Ayo. There was a little pause in between the songs there, but we are here. It's 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's your favorite show to watch on a Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is the Mike and Mish Show. What's going on, Mike?
What is going on, Kyle? And what is up to everybody that has already joined us? What do we say?
Shout out, let's go, boy!
Shout
Shout out,
out,
let's
let's
boy, to
go,
everybody
boy.
that's here.
Oh, dude, we got a great show lined up. I'm hoping to hear from our first guest anytime now, and we're going to be talking to
Anytime now.
three people tonight. When they call him big, they mean it. He is probably the biggest guy on the BKFC roster. He is Big Ben Rothwell, and he is fighting Todd Duffee at Knucklemania 4 next week. So we're going to talk to Big Ben Rothwell to start off the show. Then talk about Big. We're going to talk to the biggest Juggernaut Lorenzo Hunt we've ever seen. The biggest form of Lorenzo. Looking jacked, swole, and yoked up, ready to go and make a run at a heavyweight title at Knucklemania 4 against Mick Terrell. So we're going to talk to Lorenzo Hunt. And then we're going to round out the show with Crystal Pitman, who is booked to fight Claudia Ziamora on that Knucklemania 4 card next week. So we're going to talk to her about that. It's going to be one hell of a fucking show. What say you, Michael?
Man, it is going to be one hell of a damn show. I can't wait, and we are going to be going to Knucklemania 4 next week, which I cannot wait for either. We're going to see all these people all over again. It's going to be great. I have a lot of plans. I have a lot of things I want to do, and just like every other time we go somewhere, I'm going to hopefully accomplish, instead of just 10% of the 100% of ideas I have, 15. That is my goal. I'll have 100% of ideas. I'll hit 15% of them this time. I promise that.
So, all right. Hey, well, our first guest
sponsors.
is in the chat, and we're gonna bring him in 1 second. We just got to shout out our sponsors real quick. Awesome. I'm glad everybody's here and ready to rock. Here we go. Our first sponsor of the night. Of course, we got Bucked Up, man. Bucked Up supplements and Bucked Up energy drinks. Bucked Up is the best. I swear to God, I am a new man because of Bucked Up. Go to buckedup.com. Buy yourself some of the pre-workouts, some of the creatines, outstanding. The BCAA is delicious. The energy drinks, sugar-free and delicious. Get your motor going. Promo code Mike and Mish 20. Buy yourself some Bucked Up products and get bucked up. Right, Mike?
Oh, yeah. Get bucked up and get hit on by Brian Sosha, because I'm telling you, Brian, he was telling Kyle, you look big. What have you been doing? Everybody, actually. Last time we went to an event, everyone's like, what's going on with Kyle? Is he juicing up over there? And it's like, no, it's bucked up, not juiced up.
Yeah, not juiced up, bucked up, you fucking tools. All right, and we also got this next one. Here we go.
Hey-o, Dynamic Life, sexual health, weight loss, and anti-aging. Retake control of your life by reaching optimal health. Visit www.livedynamic.com. It's the only online platform where you can become a patient in under 20 seconds. Also, check their Instagram page at Live Dynamic. That's L-I-V Dynamic on Instagram.
Oh, man. There you go. Great yuck it up voice, Mike. I love it. And I got to say, we have the two best sponsors you can possibly get. What you got to do is you do the old stack, like we say, get some Bucked Up supplements, get jacked, go over to Live Dynamic, live forever, stop losing your hair, strong like bull in the bedroom. Right. Boom. Thank Mike and Mish afterwards. Let's go ahead and bring in our first guest, Mike. What do you say?
I say we should do that. But first, this.
I'm Ben Rothwell, and you're watching the Mike and Mish Show. You're experts on bare knuckle everything.
Everything.
What's going on, Big Ben?
What's up, guys? Nice
Dude.
little intro there, huh? Showing the where I came from, right? That was I hadn't even fought for the BKFC yet. That was just me going to my first event. Got to meet you guys, getting the feel for everything, and here we are. I get to be a part of Knucklemania 4.
We thought that was cool because you slipped your shoes off, you got in there, you were feeling the lay of the land, and then the current champion at the time walks up and stands against the ropes, and we're like, oh, look at that. This could be foreshadowing something very soon in the future. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, it never happened, but that was something that we were wondering if it was ever going to go down.
Yeah, I squared off with him and took some photos and stuff, so I was there to fight whoever, but yeah, he's it has been some time has passed, and he's not the champ right now. still a dangerous guy in BKFC, for heavyweight division. He's still one of the most experienced heavyweights, so I think he's still a threat to plenty of guys, and maybe learn something from that last fight. So, don't think I don't want to say I want to like.
Don't forget about him.
Yeah, I don't want to cross him off. You know what I mean? I don't want to cross that off yet.
For sure.
It's still possible. I think he's just waiting for another fight to get in and get, kind of see where he's at. I think the next fight is really going to say, how that performance is. It's going to be a big deal for him in the statement. Hey, just so I don't forget, let me just rewind real quick. Yeah. Remember, you don't take bucked up products to get bucked up. You take bucked up products so that you can buck someone else up.
Oh, okay. Well, listen, Ben, I swear, you got bucked up too, right? Are you sponsored by them, or are you into their shit? Because they're with the BKFC?
They sent me supplements to try, and they got some good stuff. And I'm hoping in the future we can get something going with them. Obviously, they're a big backer of the BKFC, so that's really cool. I've got to meet the owners and the brother of the owners. They're all really cool people. They got a really good business going. So
I swear to God, I'm not just saying. I'm so happy that they sponsor our show because, you always feel good about pushing a product that you believe in, and like I have been better than ever in the gym the last couple months, and I lost 20 pounds. I was almost 220 pounds. I'm 201 pounds right now. I look bigger because I lost all the fat. I like shredded up and stuff, and honestly, everyone keeps. Like Mike said, not to sound stupid, but
at the last event,
they were like, "What are you on? What are you on? What are you taking?" I'm like, "I'm taking the shit that you guys push, you fucking morons." I'm like, take the bucked up supplements. I'm taking the pre-workouts, the BCAAs, the creatine, the protein, and I'm just fucking working and eating better. And
they got great tasting proteins too.
Oh, awesome flavors! Yeah,
they're horchata.
Did you
They're
know?
The only ones that I know that have that, and dude, that's a home run.
Yeah, another one
that has protein.
I didn't know what Dole Whip was ever in my life. I didn't know this, but Dole Whip is some sort of like pineapple ice cream that they serve at Disney. Like, did it originate in Disney or something like that? Either way, they have one called Swole Whip, and it tastes just like the Dole Whip that is out there. So, I mean, I wholeheartedly recommend it. Anyways, I'm glad we got that out of the way. Big Ben, you are fighting next week, Knucklemania 4. We'd love to see you in there. The first time was a quick one. The second time was a war with a tough Josh Copeland. And now you get to go in there with the guy you were supposed to fight back in December, Salt Lake City, Todd Duffee. What are you thinking now? You're only a week out. I always wonder where your head's at 1 week out from war.
Same as I did 2 weeks out. I got asked that question 2 weeks out. They go, "Oh, how you feeling?" I'm like I'm 2 weeks out from a fight.
Yeah.
And they laughed. They're like, "Oh, I don't know what that means. Like, I don't know what that feels like." I'm like, "Yeah, you have to live this to understand." And I think every fighter on the planet knows what I mean. Like, 2 weeks out from a fight at a professional level, you're different. It's on your mind. You can't help it. Your body knows it. Ignorance is bliss, and I learned that when I was young. When I first started this, I didn't have those feelings so much. I just showed up and I fought. It was like no big deal. And as my career progressed and I got to the bigger fights and had the bigger opponents, things change then. And I think the fact that also I've been doing this now over half of my life, my body, my mind, my spirit, right? They're all one. You want them to be union. The body knows, even though my mind tries to lie and say, yeah, everything's good, we're good. My body goes, fuck you. I know what you're going to do to us I know what you're putting us up against in 2 weeks. You're going to risk our life. And your body's like fucking freaks out. And it's learning to bring harmony and accept that, yeah, body, but you're a bad motherfucker. And we're going to fucking mow down whatever gets put in front of us. So once you connect that, things happen. You don't fix it with one talk like that. This is an ongoing thing through, kind of starts at the beginning of the camp or when you sign the contract, like, hey, this is real. But it gets closer to the fight, things start to activate, especially at weigh-ins. Weigh-ins is like, for my body goes, all right, tomorrow we're going to war. Like, this is happening. And
do you still get the same kind of, I mean, obviously at the beginning you were fresh and didn't really know how to feel, but 70 fights into your career or however many you have right now, do you still get that same like pre-fight jitters when it comes like the last couple days prior to?
I had this thing where I said, if I didn't, I should be worried. Like maybe I should retire because, I was ranked, like fourth, like 3 or 4th in the world at one time in the UFC. And like, I actually kind of felt like I honed that ability where those nerves that came in, like something you would never believe, crippling type nerves. And I kind of like, so I really was forced to learn to, kind of like accept it and take it in. But even after, and as time went on, I'm like, man, I have all these fights, like you said, they're there. And it seems like as I've gotten older, I don't want to say they've gotten worse, but they're kind of like, my body's more aware of what's going on. So therefore all of those feelings are even more magnified. So it's there for sure. Like I said, if it wasn't, then like I'm dead or something's wrong. Like something's off.
Yeah, you're creeping into like sociopath mode at that point, right? You have no more feelings.
That's why the old saying about street fighter versus a professional, what we do. The street fighter doesn't have any of this. It happens seconds. I have to defend myself on the street. That's right on the spot. There was no weeks of preparation in my mind thinking about this and all the people watching and all the interviews and all that. Like, that is what makes the fight hard. There's all this it's the pressure of expectations, and that is on you as a professional fighter. So you have to mentally be very strong and you have to learn how to control all these things, because all too many times in my career and many fighters, you fight and people are like, that's not the best version of them. And, I've done it to myself multiple times where it's just like, that wasn't the best me. That's the mental game part of it. The stress and the anxiety get to you and it can make you slow. It can hinder you. I feel like now I'm kind of in a place where I've just kind of learned to really accept it so that I can go out and perform my best. And at BKFC, I'm pretty happy with how I've gone out and performed. Obviously, the Bobo fight is probably one of the best because that was just like, I treated it kind of like a street fight. Where I was just like, I was so mad about the fight that I had. Obviously, I'd lost before, that I came with a lot of fucking baggage on my shoulders. I was just like, fuck this. So definitely like to tap into that version of myself.
Yeah, that fight was like, I got so excited for that fight. And of course, I love a KO, but it was over so fast that I was like, oh, damn it. What the fuck? Like, so like from our position, it's like we want to see it, but at the same time, it's like, I don't want to see him just for a couple seconds. I want to see him in there like a Copeland fight, the first fight. We were just like, we were chomping at the bit. We were waiting for you. And then you came in and you delivered. And it was just really quick delivery. That was like that overnight shit.
Hell yeah.
Real fast.
Hey, Ben, I wanted to ask you this. Now that you have a couple fights under your belt in BKFC, after so many fights in other forms of combat sport, you've been studying the game. You've been to so many events. You watch all the events. Do you see something that about this sport that like that you feel is more important than other things that people aren't utilizing? Like in that Copeland fight with you utilized the clinch and you were going body, uppercut, uppercut. A lot of people ignore the body. I feel like body shots are so important. I feel like a jab can end everything and people don't use the jab enough. Like, have you noticed anything about this sport that you feel is more important than maybe other sports?
Well, this sport, you get to literally focus on it so that I'm diving into my hand strikes are, I'm utilizing the fact I can attack multiple places. I'm not just a headhunter, and I really focus on accuracy. I just wish I could have tapped into this more during my MMA career. It's just the knees, the kicks, the elbows, the tie clinch. It's just there's so many things you got to constantly work on, and I really wish my hands really start all of that. For me in MMA, that was my way of having defense, to not getting kicked, not getting countered. Set everything up with your punches. You want to kick somebody, you make sure you set it out with punches first. Otherwise, you just want to step in and kick somebody. And obviously, people get away with it. But you also, if you're going against a really aggressive guy or somebody that's really good at striking, they're really good at countering that too. So I was always conscious of that. And, I've really been able to explore my stance and my hands this last few years with just focusing on the bare knuckle, where, I'm bringing some things that just weren't being utilized before.
Yeah.
I'm really happy with the things that that I've gotten that much better. Just, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you're doing this for so long. Can you get better at something? And I say it is like, if you're not getting better, you're dying.
Right.
But you still got to get better. Like, how do you do that? I've been doing this for so long. I've learned from all these different coaches over the years. So I've really allowed myself to kind of just do things. And a lot of it is against the norm, where, they had coaches in the long, 10 years ago, were like, don't do this. And I'm like, well, I'm in my gym. I got these sparring partners. I'm going to try it. I'm going to see how it goes. And what do you know? Some really cool things have started coming to play. And I guess Josh Copeland, you've seen a little bit of it, man. I'm unorthodox, I think, is an understatement. And
Yeah.
It's a huge weapon for me.
I'm curious to see how, you develop from second fight to third fight now with a guy like Todd Duffee, who's an absolute monster. Not that Josh Copeland was definitely a monster. That dude's tougher than he's too tough for his own good, I think. And he's a damn good fighter.
As good as he is, Copeland.
Yeah, he's a great fighter. Yeah, but you got Todd coming off a long layoff. I think he had an MMA fight earlier, maybe a little earlier last year.
But he's unfortunately, for him, he's had, he had a fight in 2016, and they didn't fight again until 2019, and they didn't fight again until this 2023 or something.
Yeah, 23. So he's coming off a long layoff, but he, the guys he trains with, and the shape that he's in. The guy's a freaking monster right now. What are your thoughts on, Todd coming up, and is it going to be a newer version of the bare knuckle fighting Ben this time?
I guess that's what's exciting about April 27th. We're going to find out. I want to make it so that you can watch all the film you want on me. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm going to do things you just can't prepare for or expect. And, Todd's a banger though. Like, I think MMA is like where the money was at the time. Like, that's where the fame, that's where it was during our run up. But you can always tell, look at all Todd's fight. He loves striking. That's really what he wants to do. In MMA, when he did try for takedowns and he tried to do things, it screwed him, honestly. It really messed him up. And then other guys take him down, like his last MMA fight. He didn't even get to use the strike, and the guy just took him down, smothered him, and that was kind of it. So I think he's going to find a place here. I'm not looking to make it easy on him. And obviously I'm here to win, and I'm here to do what I need to do. Hopefully he gets opportunities passed. I think he's just going to be good for our sport in general, and I think he's going to be a lot of trouble for some of the other heavyweights.
So you were slated to fight him back in December, right? You get ready for that fight, and it doesn't happen. When you get the word that, you are actually going to fight the same fighter that you already spent time training for, do you go back to let's say, the drawing board? Maybe not completely, but are there things that maybe leading up to the fight week you were like, man, I wish I actually worked on this a little bit more, but I didn't, and now I don't have time for that anymore? Do you
See,
go back and then do a little bit of different things?
I'm trying to work on something. It's, as you said, it's unorthodox, but it's unorthodox to watch. But to me, it's not. It's very strategic, and it's a style that is to basically disrupt and take out anybody. I'm watching Hunt, I'm watching Mick Terrell, I'm watching Todd, I'm watching. The way Copeland fights is different than those guys, but my style is still to just take any of them out. So I'm really, really focused on these things that I'm working on than so much what they're doing. Mm-hmm. Each one of them have certain weapons and certain things that they like to do. But I have this style that's kind of able to adapt to whatever it is that they're doing. So I really just keep focusing on that, because what if Todd, gets sick the week of the fight, but they are able to get a replacement, and it's this other guy? Am I going to lose my mind and be like, oh my God, I can't fight? No, I'm ready to fight. Ben, it's going to be this guy now. Doesn't matter. I'm fine. Like, as long as I'm healthy and my hands are good, I'm going to fight whoever it is. And I'm not worried about that type of strategy, because, I need to be prepared to fight any one of them.
Do you see any places in this fight that he has an advantage over you? Coming in on his debut fight here, you have the experience, a couple fights in, and you've knocked somebody out in this. You've knocked somebody out in this sport. You've ended somebody on the stool in this sport. Is there anything that you feel like he may have an advantage over you in, and you want to cut that off?
No, I'm not. I mean, I'm sure he'll tell you that he's going to be faster and he's going to do these other things, but that doesn't matter to me. I have a way of disrupting any and all those things that he might think he has, or those advantages. And I also don't think he knows exactly what he's getting himself into, because it's very, very hard to practice this. Right. We can put on gloves, we can spar, we can do striking, we can hit mitts, we can do all of those things, but I have 3 and around, 3-point whatever rounds of experience, and he has 0. And my first fight really didn't count, except for like my right hand. I really hit him hard with during that combo. And I'm like, this is different. Even without that 4-ounce glove on, this is different. The Copeland fight changed everything. Yeah. The defense, all the shots that I threw, hitting him in the places. I mean, I had his tooth went through one of my knuckles, so that's never happened before. So there's some things is very different.
We never saw Ben again after that. And we never saw Bobo after that fight again. And I don't think he fought again for the BKFC. So maybe you made him second guess his career choices.
Well, I don't think he'd ever want to fight me again. No, that was my intentions.
We have a question in the comment section, but you've answered this question many, many times. Like, they're asking about the weight cut. You cut to 265 a million times in your career, and now the weight limit for heavyweight here is 275. That's not an issue, right?
No. I think Todd needed something to talk about from the last fight. Like, dude, I sent in doctor's report. Like, we went to the doctor over it. Like, the only reason they probably got brought up is we just said, hey, on Tuesday I was sick, but like we didn't know how bad, and we just asked, hey, can we work on the weight cut if I still try to come make the fight happen? That must have triggered everything. Oh, he's asking about the weight. I'm like, listen, I'm fucking sick. As of right now, I'm not going to fight at all. We're just trying to see if it's a possibility, if you want to work with that. I think it's completely reasonable. And then Wednesday, it was like, it doesn't matter if you make it 300 pounds. I'm not fighting. Like, I'm fucked up. Like, I'm sick.
Yeah.
And then Friday, I was laid out in bed. Like, it is what it is. I just think he really, really was looking forward to it. He hasn't fought in a long time. We both needed to make money.
Yeah.
I was pissed off too.
And he still had to sit on the stage at that press conference and field questions. So
so what's he gonna say? Something. What's he gonna say is like, oh, Ben and I are great, and this is awesome.
Yeah.
No, he's gotta say something.
He's gotta entertain a little bit, right?
If the tables were turned and I was up there and Todd called out for whatever reason, I have to say something.
Right.
Speaking on the press conference, so the last press conference with AC Slater, right? What'd you think about the setup? Did you like that, just you and him being on the stage, or do you like everybody on the stage? Because we had some questions that were good for like the whole crowd. I mean, well, the whole crowd of fighters rather, so that we get everybody interacting with each other. But then they just brought one person out, one fight at a time, and I was like,
Hey, I
oh
think
man, it's like too quiet.
try something different. The reason it might be good is Mick Terrell, for instance. If you had us all on that stage, Hunt would have went off.
Yep.
Maybe try to take over like a McGregor. Platinum Perry wasn't going to have it. He was going to start, going off. I threw in my little 2 bits, but I think some of Mick Terrell would have sat there and you wouldn't have heard anything from him.
Yeah, I
not saying it, but I'm
agree. I agree
plenty
with
of press conferences where you got all the dudes up there. 1 or 2 guys won't say a single word.
Yeah.
Rewind back to the last card in April in Denver. Eddie Alvarez is a name. He's a big dude. He sat on the stage. I think he got asked one question. And it was like a quick question.
Happen.
Like, how are you feeling? And he's like, I'm feeling great. And they're like, all right, Platinum Perry, blah, 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 blah. I was like, I was laughing like, that's fucking Eddie Alvarez. Like, you know what I mean? So this forced Mick Terrell to have to say shit. Hunt did his thing. And I think you got a lot more content doing it this way. So I told him when it was all done, I go, I like it. I like you got more out of both guys talking because they're, the spotlight's on just 2 guys getting asked these questions about their fight. So I kind of liked it. I'd never seen it done before, and I thought it was good. I thought they got a lot of from the 3 interviews, more or less. You got all sorts of little what are they called? When you take a little part.
Reels,
little
reels.
Like you got little reel, all sorts of them. So
yeah.
I like that answer. That's a good answer. The verdict was kind of like up in the air on whether or not people liked the setup, but before we let you go,
do that with the one-on-one, and then the next one, the pre-fight press conference, that's going to be the Thursday before the fights. Then maybe that'll be everybody together. Get a little bit of a mix.
I wanted to ask you something before we wrap up with you tonight. Did you see something was shared on social media today by, I don't know what source it was, but it said that sources say
Mark Hunt
is getting the title shot.
My friend was pissed off and all angry, and he sent it to me, and then he deleted it. I'm like, who said it, dude?
Yeah, is it real? I don't know.
It was them commenting with each other, right?
Yeah, it's their job. So this is all. I'm gonna just throw this out there. Mick Terrell and Hunt were going back and forth. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, me and Mick were kind of page like, if I'm not gonna fight Todd, it makes sense that you and I fight. Then all of a sudden, it was all about him and Mark Hunt. So I seen him at the press conference. Like, well, what the fuck? He goes, well, we have the same manager. And I'm like, I didn't have to ask him any more questions.
Okay,
I got it, bro. I got it. Also, not throwing him under the bus, but those guys had accounts, Instagram accounts, that they started. And one day, Mark Hunt, for instance, he deleted his UFC account, started a brand new account. In less than 1 day, it all of a sudden had 50,000 followers. And I go, that's not fucking possible. And you go look at all the followers, and it's a whole bunch of bots.
Yeah.
So it's clever, but they told me, I ain't going to say anybody's name, the manager did it. So the manager is fucking slick and knows about how to work stuff like that, and obviously puts stuff out there like that. He's trying to get his guy fucking a fight.
Makes sense. I guess it's kind of like slick little Ouija board tricks that he's pulling there. So, okay, I just wanted to get your 2 cents on.
Slick little weasel.
Yeah, a little weasel. All right,
I've never met him. I don't know. I have nothing to say. I just say I'm impressed. I'll say that. I'm like, yeah, I see what's going on here. I'm not fooled by it, but it's cool. Like, fucking doing your thing.
One last question, and then we're gonna let you go. The main event is Lorenzo Hunt versus Mick Terrell.
Co-main event?
The co-main event. Oh, my bad. The co-main event is the heavyweight title fight. The winner of you and Todd, I believe, will probably get the next shot. Who do you think wins that fight? And do you have a preference on who you would rather fight between the 2 of them, or whoever it is?
I wanted to fight Mick Terrell. I did. I think it's a great fight. 2 big heavyweights, has a lot of stuff for appeal. But Hunt he's kind of trying to create his best. He's trying to create that platinum periodism where he's a promoter. He's promoting. He's going to get people to watch. And if he wins, it's going to carry a lot of extra stuff to it. He's a smaller guy, moved up, beat the heavyweight champ. So I think it's a big fight too. So I'm kind of like, now it doesn't matter to me. I think either, if Mick Terrell wins, it's back to what I said. I'm going to have these just two big heavyweights going to fight. I think it's an easy fight to sell. Could be a main event. But Hunt, if Hunt wins, it's going to create a whole another stick of drama. And as far as who I think wins, I think either guy is capable of winning. I think Hunt is looking to win early, while Mick Terrell has been shown a slow start. And he better not. He's got to keep his defense right. But I think the more he can lay on Hunt and drag the fight out a little bit, you're going to see Hunt not be his normal Hunt. In my opinion, he doesn't carry the heavy. I can tell he doesn't carry the weight like he does at 205 and under. Like, he's forced himself to be bigger right now, and every time I see guys do that, it typically doesn't work out. If they can get it going there and get it done quick, great. But if the fight does drag on a little bit, I think you're going to see Hunt not look like a normal self. I just think it's, he's not used to being a big heavyweight.
Got it. Thank you very much for your insight on that. Last words for anyone before we can let you go. We got to get you up out of here and move on to our next one. But what else? What do you got to say?
Don't get bucked up, man.
Go get bucked up. All right, Mike, you got anything left for him?
You know what? I looking forward to next week. We're going to see you in 1 week, actually.
You guys will probably be there, right?
We'll be there.
We will be there Thursday afternoon, and we will see you at the press
conference. You didn't ask about the main event. Well, it's Platinum Perry. He's going to win by knockout because he's fucking Platinum Perry.
Well,
there you go.
We figured that was going to be the answer anyway. So thank you, Ben.
I got a nice clip of Perry for later on at that Road to Knucklemania Part 1, man. He is so funny. He's gold, man. He's platinum. He is platinum. Everybody make sure that you are watching next week. Check this fight out. How could you not? This fight could be the main event on another card. I mean, this card is insane. First card in California, Los Angeles. It's going to be fantastic. Thank you so much.
I got 50. Let me just remind everybody. Big announcement today. It's part of the subscription. So you get to see this incredible card. Thank you, David Feldman and the BKFC. What an incredible card to give your fans.
Hell yeah.
There was always some crying about those last ones in the past, but you can't say anything now, man. He's part of the subscription. So
they had to pay the bill.
The company just continues to fucking kick ass, and I'm happy to be with them.
Yeah,
right,
you get the subscription, then you get access all year. You get all the fights, and you get Knucklemania. Boom. Thank you so much, Ben, for coming on. It's always a pleasure to speak with you. We will see you next week. Up next, everybody, we have Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt. Champ, looking for champ status, man. He is on a roll, and we're about to show you one of my personal favorite clips from an interview we did back after BKFC 26. Later, Ben.
Later, Ben.
Bye, guys.
See ya. So, of the 7 names that you said that were on there without Mike Richmond being involved, who do you want to fight next? Who do you want to defend your title against, or are you going up to 205 and trying to get
again? That's not up to me. People don't understand that. That's not up to me, because I literally sign every single contract that they send me. Whose ever name is on it's gonna get it. And the fighters keep coming up to me, pounding their chest, saying, "Fight me, fight me, fight me." But I don't have a pen. I can't write your name on the contract that comes to me. Only Dave can. So you should walk up to Dave and say, "Fight me, fight me, fight me." It's not me who writes the names on the contract. So right now today, David Feldman can write Trujillo and a date. I'm on it. He can write Quentin Henry and a date. I'm on it. He can write Mike Marine Richmond. He can write Tom and Jerry. He can write anybody. Can you see that? You can't see that? I've never turned down a fight. I've never been late.
I know that.
I've never. What are we talking about here? People keep talking to me about these little guys like it matters. It doesn't matter. It's 2 arms, 2 legs, and a head. That's what we're fighting here. But you don't understand how these people are attacking the champ, trying to stay relevant. Do what you got to do, because I'm the champ. I'm sitting on the throne. Everybody coming to my inbox. I got guys hitting me up from MMA talking about, "I'll fight you, champ." That means nothing to me. The only thing that means something to me is when David Feldman slides that contract over with some poor soul's name on it. The money don't even change. I'm under a 4-fight contract. umpty thousand. It don't even matter. It don't even matter who it is. It don't change because of a name. It's the same no matter who he puts, which is why I never say no. For that kind of money, I'd run your ass over with a car. I don't care.
Beep beep.
Y'all funny.
I love that shit, dude.
I love that clip so much.
I didn't
All
think,
right.
I didn't think that would be your favorite clip. You know, we've had a lot of shows, man.
It might not be my favorite, but I love it.
That was a great
That's what's up, man.
Because you say a lot of things in it that crack me up. You and one of the big things is too. What's up, Elvin?
Yo.
El
What's
Bandito, what's up, buddy?
One of the big things that's in it is something that I saw this week. Is I actually saw somebody, and you've seen this time and time again. How come he's running from Trujillo? How come he's running? How come he never responded? How come he never said anything? That's part of that clip too. It's just a little nugget. You mentioned his name in there, but I love the umpty thousand. It doesn't matter.
My favorite part is I'll run your ass over for that amount of money. I'll run your ass over with a car.
I'm just keeping it real. You can Google me. It's always been about survival of the fittest. My life ain't been pretty. So yeah, like some of this type of money that's moving around, you know, I've seen people get hurt really bad for less. So you know what I mean? Like for me to turn down a fight is unheard of. David Feldman actually did a podcast. He literally said Lorenzo Hunt has never, ever turned down a fight. So you heard it from the horse's mouth. Whatever name he puts down gets that ass whooped. And they put Trujillo's name down before. And I jumped my ass right in there without hesitation. Never hesitated. Even when Hector Lombard was fighting at 205 against Dave Mundell at 205, two fat ass little fuckers fighting each other at 205. And me and Trujillo were fighting at 205. I did not complain. That should have been me and Hector right then. I jumped in there with Trujillo. I took my first loss. I said everybody pays for that bullshit stoppage, for that bullshit refereeing, for that bullshit venue. That was a Miami venue. Trujillo was from Miami. I'm not fucking stupid. They stopped the fight early. And we all know what happens when I get up. Right?
Right.
So you stole it from me. Then Trujillo leaves the organization. And I say, hey, give me a rematch. Nah, I'm going to Bellator. Nah, I got other plans. Nah, I don't want a rematch. I don't want a rematch. He used to be with Shift MMA, remember? He used to be with those guys. He hasn't tried to fight me ever again. Then I said, it's okay, because I'm going to stay here and whoop everybody's ass. And when you come back here with your tail between your legs, I'll be the king. I did not lie. His first time coming back was when I was fighting Hector Lombard for the championship. And then all of a sudden they want to bring him back and he want to play like, oh, you're ducking me. How? You don't even work here. How I'm ducking you? I never missed a day of work. This is my job. How the fuck I'm ducking you? Then I took over all the divisions so that if you ever come back, you have nowhere to go. I am the heavyweight champ. I'm the cruiserweight champ. I'm the light heavyweight champ. You don't have a home here. So what did he do? Go get a contract at BYB. Who's running from who?
Oh, Lorenzo, I think you pretty much laid it out pretty perfect there. Nobody can say you're running. That's bullshit. We all know it's yeah.
Running where? Run into the Hall of Fame?
You're everywhere too. So like anybody that says that you're running, like you're at every goddamn event, you're at every venue, you're the most seen fighter on the roster. You make your face known. If they wanted to find you, they could find you. You know what I'm saying? All that running bullshit. But hey, man, we just talked to Big Ben Rothwell. He was just on here. He said something that I wanted to ask you about. He said he definitely thinks that you could finish it early with Mick, but he's wondering about you carrying the extra weight. How are things going right now? How is heavyweight Lorenzo feeling when you're moving around? Are you feeling more powerful? Are you feeling just as fast as you were at 205? What's up?
I feel great. I started to send you guys some clips, but I changed my mind. I'll let it be a surprise to everybody. I want everybody guessing. I want everybody wondering. I want everybody making up shit. We all know that people make up shit, but we also all know that what I say is factual as fuck. When I talk, it happens, right? We can pretty much agree to that. So I'm coming in, you know, I'm swinging, I'm blasting. If this guy Mick Terrell makes it out of the first round, great. It'll be a hell of a second round. If he makes it out of the second round, great. It'll be a hell of a third round. If he makes it out of the third round, great. I mean, you guys have never seen me tired. You've never even seen me take a seat. You've never seen me take a stool. You've never seen me drink water between rounds. You've never seen it, bro. So to try to make up this thing like, you know, I'm a regular guy that I might get tired. You're just using your imagination to fill in the blanks. None of this based in reality.
You basically manifested this on your, like, you seeked out Mick Terrell. You showed up in Salt Lake City. You went to the press conference. You called him out. Did you know that day that this was going to happen? Did you have a conversation with David Feldman that night, or because there was a lot of speculation on what was going to be next for Mick and whether or not you would get that title shot, and lo and behold, it happened. So when did this come to fruition?
I don't know if you guys noticed, but I've been playing chess while everybody else has been playing checkers. Everything that happens is done strategically and placed in position. You have to give something up to get something. You have to be in the right position at the right time. I wanted to fight Arnold Adams. I wanted to fight Belcher. I should have been the heavyweight champ a long time ago. And then Arnold Adams lays down for Mick Terrell and hands Mick Terrell the belt. Mick Terrell unwittingly just got a free ass whooping, just like Mike Richmond when they gave him the interim belt. They're like, here's the belt. Here comes Lorenzo. Run. Yeah, same shit. So now that Mick Terrell has the belt, he's like, I'm a champion. But then they forgot about that guy that says, ain't no champ unless I say so. So yeah, I'm there. And I have something that David Feldman wants. He wants the 185 title back, but nobody can beat me. He wants the 205 title back, but nobody can beat me. Trade you.
So hold on. hold on a second. Are you still the 185-pound champ? Until that hold on. They have announced that Jomi and Jared are fighting for your belt. So your belt is still your belt until that night? Is that how this is working?
How could it not be?
Okay, I don't know. I didn't know if
I'm just saying, like, what possibly.
So okay, so this is going to answer my next question. So if you beat Mick Terrell on April 27th and you win that title, you are the 3-division champion.
3-division reigning defending world champion, and I still have a say so whether or not there's a Jomi fight or not. I'll smash Jomi. There won't be no 185 division if I decide that there ain't no 185 division. But I want to fight Ben Rothwell. So I get the heavyweight title. I push to fight Ben. I work as a heavyweight for a while, and I'll give the divisions some air. You know what I mean?
I get you. So, but for 2 months, until that June 21st fight happens, you are a 3-division champion. Uh-oh. No, dude,
he'll pop back on.
We lost you for 1 second.
I literally told my wife that I was doing a podcast, and she said she
That's all right.
Call me.
It's okay.
And then she did it.
She takes precedence over all of us. You know, so
she's much more important than us.
I'm not getting in the way of that.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yes, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can't hear you guys.
You want to jump out? Come back in.
Okay.
He's got to jump out, jump in. So that answers the question, Mike. That answers the question that we were wondering whether or not he still holds the belt and has a chance to call himself a simultaneous 3-division champion.
Yeah,
and as far as I'm concerned, if that's how it should be,
Yep.
June 21st, when those two guys step into the ring, he's no longer 185. But until then, they should be fucking throwing him on like Good Morning America and fucking Kelly and whatever the hell the show is now.
Ryan?
Used to be Kelly and no, it's her husband. Whoever Kelly.
Yeah. Oh, Mark.
Kelly and
Consuelos?
Mark. The Kelly and Mark show. Jimmy
Mark
Fallon.
Consuelos?
Jimmy Kimmel. Dude, if he becomes a 3-division world champion in bare knuckle, he should
Get him
make
on
the
that
rounds.
late night
Make
round. Yeah.
the rounds.
Man,
and he
I
should
would-
get on Joe Rogan as well.
Yeah, Rogan talks about him. I don't want to say
Often.
often, like he does it like a whole bunch of episodes, but when bare knuckle gets brought up, it's Lorenzo he talks about.
Yeah.
Yep. So Lorenzo has made himself visible to somebody like Joe Rogan, where he knows the Juggernaut. He knows who he is. He knows what he's done. He enjoys it. He shows that he watches the sport. He's admitted so multiple times, and most of the time it's because obviously Mike Perry and the Juggernaut. That's what draws him in. And then, we have Eddie Alvarez fighting Jimmy Rivera. We have people like that he also knows about, that he's coming to see. And this is how he will find new names like an Elvin Brito. He might say, who's Juggernaut and who's he training with? He's with Elvin Brito. Who's that? Who's Britton Hart, So
Let's get him back on here.
yeah. Yep. There we go.
Hey, Lorenzo. So when we lost you for a second there,
You good?
here's what I just said to Mike, and Mike agrees with me. You become 3-division world champ. It's time to start making the rounds. You need to be on like late night with Jimmy fucking Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel and Good Morning America.
Joe Rogan.
The Joe Rogan. You need to be on all these big ass shows, because to hold 3 titles in a fucking savage ass sport like that and being the personality and the juggernaut that you are, it's your time, man. This is the time.
Bro, listen to me, man. Like, I love you guys. I always show up for the podcast. We always have interesting interviews. I always represent myself. I've done the most work. I've been everywhere. I've been to New York. I've been on billboards. I've done all of this myself. I've pushed myself, promoted myself, held it down. There's a little bit of favoritism going on. It doesn't make sense. Like Macho Man Randy Savage said, I'm the cream of the crop. There's a little bit of outside interference. Because there's no reason I shouldn't have been on the Joe Rogan podcast by now. Mike Perry's been on there. There's no reason I shouldn't have been on there with Chael Sonnen. He talked about it when Hector Lombard hit me, but he didn't talk about it when I beat his ass in front of his hometown crowd, took his belt, then beat Joe Riggs' ass for getting in my way and maintained the belt, then beat Quentin Henry's ass, then got the double champ, then beat motherfucking Mike Richmond's ass, then beat. They ain't talking about that.
Nope.
Why? I wonder why.
I don't know. I don't know if you heard what I was saying before you popped back on or as you were popping back on, but Rogan knows who you are for sure.
Yeah,
When he
Rogan's
brings
a
up bare
fan. Like, he
knuckle-
hits me up sometime, but he hasn't sent me an invitation to the show.
I know. He needs to.
He needs to. That conversation would be fantastic.
It's time.
Yeah, like these guys, I'm just gonna keep doing me. It takes them a while to catch up. A lot of them are still UFC lovers, and everything has to be somehow interconnected to the UFC, or it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? You got Conor McGregor in the BKFC ring with my belt. That'll make it across every platform.
Yep.
You have Mike Perry, whom I invited to BKFC, making a major splash. I'm no hater. I love having him here. He's getting all the promo in the world, being blasted all across all channels all over the world. But at the end of the day, you guys have to remember, I know how to win. So when we go to Mania, the whole show's gonna wind up about me.
Yep.
You know what, Lorenzo, you just mentioned Mike Perry, and one thing Perry does is he gives you your flowers like every chance he can.
He's
Oh
my
yeah.
Every
buddy.
yeah, he's awesome. And every time like somebody asks him who's the best bare knuckle fighter in the world, he doesn't say himself. He'll
Yeah.
say you. He'll be like, "Yeah, they made me I'm like the face of the sport right now, but Juggernaut's the
He
best."
says he's the king of violence
Says
now. Yeah.
he says you're the king of bare knuckle, he's the king of violence.
Yeah.
That's what
No,
he
I
says.
love it. Listen, me, Mike Perry, Alex Nicholson, a lot of the Florida boys were kicking ASS back when nobody cared. You know what I mean? Mike Perry got the shot at the UFC. Alex Nicholson got the shot at the UFC. I was like terrorizing Florida in local promotions all up and down MMA when Mike Perry was doing his thing and Alex Nicholson was doing his thing. I was doing my thing too. I just didn't get the call from the UFC. Maybe I was a little
Lorenzo,
older.
go flip that car. Go flip
Yeah.
that car over.
No. He's all right. Listen,
Oh,
maybe I was a little bit older. Maybe I was a little bit darker. Who knows? You know what I mean? I just didn't get the call from the UFC. Maybe my jiu-jitsu wasn't good enough. I don't know. But I had massive knockouts all up and down Florida, and I was training with those guys. I knew those guys. We all were fighting in the same circles. I just so happened to make my splash in bare knuckle, and everybody came around, and now we're all back to square one, you know, so it's all fun. I love Mike Perry. He has a beautiful story, a beautiful family. He's an awesome fighter. He has a lot of heart, takes a lot of damage, dishes a lot of damage out. I've trained with him. He's hit me a couple times. He's a solid dude. He's taken a couple shots from me. I appreciate him for what he's doing for the sport, but I'm going to continue to be me. And at the end of the day, Mike Perry might be the pretty face of BKFC, but I am the knuckles of bare knuckle fighting championship.
I love that, man. Hey, when you go out there to LA next week, you gonna have the whole family out there like you did last Knucklemania? Your dad gonna be out there, your wife and everyone?
Of course, we coming down, bro. We got our whole tribe. Everybody's stoked about it. Everybody's like happy. The planes are all filled up. We're coming to do our thing, man. We're gonna have a blast.
I love that. And you and Mick, you know, I don't. A lot of your fights, there's a lot of heat going into them, right? It's been relatively quiet, and I know it's because Mick's
a little bit going on yesterday, I think.
But there hasn't been a whole ton, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Most of your fights are, you've been kind of like ultra focused on this one, and you'd rather not fucking start a bunch of shit on social media these days. Is that how it is with you right now?
For me, honestly, it has to be kind of be organic. I'm not a troublemaker, even though it seems like I have been in the past. Those guys had found ways to piss me off. Mike Richmond pissed me off. Hector Lombard pissed me off. Joe Riggs pissed me off. They used to mess with me, man. You know what I mean? I'm just the guy training in the gym every day. I'm just the guy teaching martial arts and doing damn karate and just doing my thing. And they're just calling me out, calling me bum, saying I'm nothing, saying that nothing I do matter, saying I'll never be a champ, I'll never be this, I'll never be that. They're wrong. And I don't mind proving it to them. Mick Terrell's been super quiet. He's been super respectful, other than some weird shit that he likes to post and, with the swastikas and stuff. And then he likes to post.
That was a bit weird.
He has that
weird ass. Definitely weird.
That was some weird, bro. Come on. Like he definitely has an alter ego. I'm not stupid. Those are definitely Aryan Brotherhood tattoos all over his body. I'm not stupid. People like to say I'm race baiting and I called a race car for calling him a white supremacist and a devil worshiper. Bro, you have a big ass devil on your back. You have white supremacist tattoos. If I had a big ass gay pride flag on my back, would it be safe to say I like a little? It's a safe assumption.
I think it would be questionable.
I think it'd be. I think it'd be like, hey, he's got a big ass rainbow on his back. He must like to chase the rainbow. So you got a big ass devil on your back.
Chase the rainbow.
You tatted your body in white supremacist tattoos. So I called you a white supremacist and a devil worshiper. Everybody says, oh, you shouldn't do that. I have personal experience. I've been to a place where it was very, very, very important that I recognize Aryan Brotherhood, Inc.
Yep.
If you don't recognize it, you might not make it home.
Yeah, you'd be in trouble.
So I'm not going to let you trick me into thinking I don't know what I know.
I gotta look at this tattoo. I guess
I don't know the tattoos.
I don't know the tattoo at all. You're definitely like that's definitely some accusations for sure. I just don't. I haven't seen the tattoo, and I don't know what you're talking
and like
about.
I say, he plays real nice.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. When we get into a fight, it's going to be a fight between two men fighting for their right to be the best in the world. I don't care what his religious. I don't care if he's a Luciferian or whatever he is. I don't really care. I just wanted to point it out. Like I said, most of the things I say is organic, and hey, ask him what the hell it means. He hasn't explained it. I didn't draw that shit on my back. Like you explained it. So
I will. I'm gonna definitely ask him about his tattoo.
Yeah, like ask him what it means. Like, what does it mean? Why did you lay there for 48 hours or longer and get that ignorant ass shit tattooed all over you? If it doesn't mean anything.
Well, we got stuff to talk about for sure.
Oh, yeah. There's so much. There is so
Jesus, much. I didn't really know anything about that, to be honest.
Yeah, it happened.
You have,
happened yesterday, I think.
It happened
yesterday.
So I don't mind pointing it out. I know what I'm up against. I know who I am in my heart and my soul. I know I'm a good person. I know that at the end of the day, if anything were to happen or if anybody's in trouble and needed help, I'm that guy. You understand? I don't care what you think about me. I don't care if you think I'm too dark to be Superman. I don't care if you think that, but I am what I am. I'm a hero. You understand? I have a hero complex. So for all the other guys who running around and they're tough guys, they're bad guys, they're evil guys, they identify with the horns and the weird satanic symbols and rituals and all that bullshit. I don't. Sorry, I'm not gonna ride with it. I'm not gonna pretend like I don't see it. So you can fucking invite me in and then sacrifice my ass. I'm good.
Alimar!
I'm good. I'm not gonna pretend I don't see it.
Oh man. Well.
Hey, Lorenzo, is the secret to the gaining the weight? Are you getting a bunch of grand slams over there at Denny's? Is that what a bunch of pancakes?
No. We just came from BurgerFi after a hard day of training.
Oh, BurgerFi.
I love BurgerFi's veggie burgers. They're fucking awesome. I just love them. And then honestly, guys, I'll send you guys a couple of pictures of me. I was 220 when I was 19. This is not it. The magic isn't seeing me bigger. The magic was seeing me smaller.
Yeah, well, I do remember, and maybe you can confirm this.
Cut,
I don't know.
Hurtful.
You were in pretty rough shape.
I was killing myself to be 185.
That especially that last one. That last 185 cut was pretty tough, right?
Right. The one against Joe Riggs.
No, that's the one I'm thinking of. The one against Joe Riggs. I remember
the Joe Riggs cut was the worst. I took the cut with Mike Richmond a lot more serious. I was in Puerto Rico for about 8 weeks on a liquid diet when I fought to defend against Mike Richmond. As soon as I stepped on the scale and I made weight, I knew he was dead. Everybody knew, like, Lorenzo's 185? Yeah, he's dead. So the discipline was always in cutting weight. I can eat regular. My wife can feed me. I can work out hard every day and enjoy a meal. After years and years and years of working out hard and then drinking a meal, nah, it's trouble in the heavyweight division. And Big Ben is next.
Yeah, I remember your face in the Montana. I do remember you coming out.
Yeah, this is the real me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was we were sitting, I think. No, that was in. Were we there for that one, Mike?
No.
Okay.
For Montana, no.
No. All right. I just remembered. I remember one of your cuts.
I'm gonna send you guys a picture.
That was Albuquerque, probably.
I'm gonna send you guys a picture of me when I was 22. I looked at exactly like this, but with no hair on my face. It was nuts.
I've been
I
seeing a
was
couple of pictures
huge.
of you from back in the day lately.
You've
been
seen
posting
them like
some.
I look like this when I look like this in 1999.
Yeah, that's awesome though. Hey, that's a good thing.
Hey, have you ever been to Mohegan Sun in Connecticut?
I haven't, but I heard that we're going. So I'm gonna come out there and scream, "Ain't no champ unless I say so." And
Awesome.
I'm gonna.
That was my question. I was wondering if you were gonna make the trip up there because that's me and Mike's stomping grounds up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait till this fight with Mick Terrell is in the bag, and I'm the 3-division world champ, and I'm gonna go on the world tour and start promoting my butt off, and just basically, I'm gonna start selling my book. I'm going to start doing all the great things that great people do and doing some motivational speaking and just enjoying being the best in the world. The world is going to have to catch up. They're coming around slowly but surely like, hey, this guy's got some serious skill. What I'm going to do to Mike Richmond is going to be news. What I'm going to do with the Mick Terrell is going to be newsworthy. It's going to be nuts. And so we're at that point again, like, oh my God, he did it again. He stole the show again. Oh my God. You remember Knucklemania? Oh my God, like what just happened? Lorenzo Hunt just stole the whole show in one round. We're going through that again. We're about to go through that again. Bring your diapers.
We are. I'm studying, dude. Listen. I'm looking at Mick Terrell's tattoos right now, and I don't know what is white supremacist about it. I'm ignorant. I see it's a big devil. I do see that. Maybe he's a devil worshiper.
Just ask him.
Okay.
Just ask him.
Did you say you were going to make a book, Lorenzo? I heard you just say something about a book. Are you writing a book?
Yeah.
Or you're planning on writing a book?
Yeah, I've been writing a book for a while now. And we've been working real hard on it, getting it published and stuff. You guys are going to enjoy it. I have my whole own philosophy about fighting, and no one understands my style. No one understands what I do. And everybody should probably get a copy of it and understand, like, this guy was serious the entire time. He knew exactly what he was doing. He knew exactly what it would be. He knew exactly how to get there. And we watched it with our own eyes. Simple as that. And you're going to see it again at Knucklemania on the 27th. You're going to be like, wow, like, how does he always do that? Like, it's not guesswork for me.
I cannot wait.
How does he always eat? This fucking guy
that,
always does it. He always
do that. Like,
hey, man, it's always a blast talking with you. We're going to be out there next Thursday, so we'll see you media day. We'll see you at the fights, and I hope that after you get the job done, if you get the job done and at Knucklemania 4, you bring that belt, you bring all 3 belts to Mohegan Sun. And
brother, it's time that everybody knows that I'm the cream of the crop. There will be no outside interference. No. Ooh, I'm gonna take Mick Terrell and snap him like a Slim Jim. Ooh, yeah.
I love it, man. That's awesome. Thank you so much for coming on, Lorenzo. We'll see you next Thursday. Mike, you got anything else for him?
I mean, you already know. I always just say, I can't wait, because I don't know what else to say, because I really can't wait. I wish it could just happen right now, I love this stuff. We always love to see you fight, and I don't think I ever doubted you per se, but I for sure as hell don't doubt you now, even a single percent. So no matter what happens, people say, oh, he's going to come up and wait, or whatever. In my head, I'm just like, I'm not saying shit, because I already seen it a million times, and this is going to be 1,000,001. I'm not going to be the guy to say he's not going to do it, because then you're going to do it, and I'm going to be like, I'm going to look like an asshole. So nope, not going to say that.
The cream always rises.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I wish I have a shirt of Macho Man holding the coffee cup, or the creamer, holding the creamer, and it says the cream of the crop on it. I have that shirt.
Cream of the crop.
Maybe I'll wear it out in LA.
Yes, sir. Let's get it
done.
done.
Buddy. Thank you so much.
All right. Yes, thank you so much for coming on, Lorenzo. We will see you next week. Up next, we've got Crystal Pitman. Boom. Take it easy, Lorenzo. she is.
You're a champion? You have a belt now? What's going on?
Damn.
What are you talking about? Oh, this whole thing. Yeah.
Uh,
Who'd you rob? What are you doing?
Huh?
Did you rob Russ? Did you beat Russ down? What happened here? What's going
Yeah,
on?
I did. I said, "You look here, brother."
Yeah. And you fucked him up.
You're feeling the Macho Man impersonation by Lorenzo, and you went with the Hulk Hogan. Is that what that was?
Yep, I was. He inspired me.
There you go.
It is very
Russ
inspiring.
I got to give a shout out to Russ. He made this for Jared.
For beating the champ over there in the UK, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
Pretty
so now
bad.
I'm just manifesting.
Yes. Manifest. That's what you do.
Manifest.
The
So-
law of attraction, Crystal. The
Yeah.
law of
Crystal,
attraction.
it has been 8 months since you have been inside the squared circle. You have been training your ass off. You've been getting better at Shift MMA with the boys down at the dungeon there.
Yeah.
What have you been doing in the meantime? It's been 8 months since you have fought. So what's up with you?
Oh, just the usual. Honestly, me and Jared, we just train all the time, you know. We're either at home or we're at shift. So there's really not, I don't think there's really too much we could do.
Shift MMA has the best air conditioning out of any place I've ever been to in my entire life. It's just so nice in there.
It
I
is.
don't even think there is.
I was
right?
like, wow, we are some lucky fighters.
It was. I walked into that gym when we came and
We never
visited,
forget it.
and I was sweating the second I walked in, and I had to walk out the back door and just hang out outside for a little while because it was like 90 degrees in Tampa, but it was nicer outside than it was inside the gym. I was like, as far as, heat and humidity goes, I was like, you guys fucking train in the equator here. It's crazy.
Yeah, I was, sometimes I'm like so exhausted. I'm training and I'm like, man, my cardio is shit. And then I remember we're like dying in the heat right now.
Yeah.
I'm just like dying of heat stroke. That's really what it is.
Yeah. So you're back, but you have something to talk about? What's going on with you in the April 27th date, Knucklemania 4?
The good news or the bad news?
Oh, is there good news? Because I heard nothing but bad news.
Let's hear the bad news
Let's
first.
hear the bad news first. What's the bad news about April 27th?
Bad news.
Yeah, the bad news is that Claudia pulled out. That's our bad news.
Lame.
Damn it.
I know.
She has a weak pullout game.
Yeah,
Gross.
why pull out?
What happened? She got hurt?
Huh?
She get hurt or did she get scared? What happened?
I think maybe.
Did they give you a reason?
No, we got no reason. But there's only a few things that could really, you know what I mean? I feel like if it was an injury, it would be everywhere, and we would know it was an injury, but we haven't heard anything. And I really think that possibly maybe reality's hitting her, what she's up against. So, maybe that's why she pulled out, but who knows?
So then what is the good news?
Is I've been training.
The good news.
And I'm stepping in.
Mike now identifies as Michelle.
Yeah, what are we fighting at? Are we fighting at 135?
He's all in a bikini at
I've got a 20-pound weight cut ahead of me. So 1 week, 20-pound weight cut. I'm ready to go. I'm gonna be wearing garbage bags tomorrow at work, running around.
Yeah.
No, I mean, the good news is that we're not going to get out of camp. We still have time to get a replacement, and they're working so hard on getting us a replacement. Dave Feldman is our he's the leader, and he knows the background. He has the boxing background, and he knows what it's like to have fights like that happen, and the costs and what we put our bodies through, how fight camp goes. And this is the second time in a row that this has happened. So we have a great team. BKFC is a great team. So we have some time, and I think we are getting some really, really good news. So
Did we know the opponent the last time? I don't remember. When was the last time?
The girl who came in way overweight.
Oh, the way overweight girl. Yes,
Is
she
it
actually weighed in, but
I
she was
saw
like
her
20
today,
pounds over you or whatever.
Yeah,
Weird
22
online.
pounds over.
That's right. Fucking fuck
Was
that.
it Jordan something?
Jordan Ralston.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep,
I'm so
yep.
um
So man, okay, so they told you the good news, but when you first initially got the shitty news, were you like, fuck, not again? What the like, what is with my luck here?
Yeah, do you
Right?
scream and punch it? Because I would.
Is Jared okay? Is Jared have two swollen eyes right now?
Show us he's alive. Prove that he's alive, please.
He's got meat on his eye.
Yeah, he's
He's in a Deadpool right now.
Hold that there for like a half an hour. You're good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really Jared did a really good job today with me. It is very heartbreaking when you get news like that, but he was very obviously he's mad for me, but he's like, don't worry, babe, we still got time. They're gonna get somebody for you. And Coach Todd and them are very we'll get it.
I think you will. I think you will, because it's a huge card, and
it's huge.
I feel like there are so many girls out there, female fighters, that are like, I wanted to fight on that card. I would have fought on that card. Here is your fucking time to shine. Where you at? Jump out. You should be here saying, here I am. I said I would fight, and here I am. I'm ready.
Wouldn't? Yeah, like who wouldn't want? Like if there's somebody that's close to weight and they got and they want to fucking scrap, who would turn down a platform like Knucklemania 4 when there has
California.
First card in LA or first card in California. It is your home state. You don't live in LA, but it is your home state. But it's AC Slater's gonna be there, Crystal. Like, God,
whoa,
who's gonna turn down that offer, right?
Right, I know. Yeah, I think that we're definitely gonna get somebody. I'm not considering the fight as off. The whole team, because everybody is so hopeful. They are working double time, triple time to get us a replacement. So, we are definitely gonna have a fight. So we don't know yet, but Hod is definitely getting together with Nate, and they're gonna figure it out. So
he's going wicked hard right now.
Yeah, wicked hot.
That's what we
go
say.
wicked hard.
He's going wicked hard.
Crystal, I have to ask Crystal, who is the little kid who trains in the gym with them? LOL in their Instagram. Who is this? Who's the little kid in the gym?
I'm gonna say it right now. Why are we asking?
That trains with us
because I feel like it's him. I feel like he is the one asking that question. Like,
oh, okay.
Is it Anthony Camacho? Is Camacho is somebody in your gym? No.
Who asked the question?
Anthony Camacho.
Oh, Anthony Camacho.
Yeah, he said, "Who's the little kid in the gym?" I thought it might have been him asking the question, but if you don't know, then forget the fucking question.
We have a couple. We have a Ricardo, and we have Batman. We call him Batman, and we have. Oh man, I felt bad. I'm having a blank on his, but they've been part of the gym for a really long time. They're so great. They started boxing when they were really young, and they're still very young. And you just look at them like, wow, they're like King Ryan status. You know what I mean? They're just like so sharp.
I have videos of like Brandon Allen's. I don't know if it was a stepson. Remember, he was there and we were filming that once when we went there and we almost died from heat stroke. He was there. That kid was there, and he was like, "My dad's gonna win."
Yes.
I don't know if he's there often or what.
And Jared had to use preparation H.
That's right. He had to use preparation H. That's right.
So you guys were fighting at 135, right? This was supposed to be a 135-pound fight. People are trying to guess like replacements, and a few people are saying Charissa Sagala, but Sagala's a 115er.
Yeah,
I don't know if Sagala's taking a 135 fight, but maybe she does. I don't know. And Darren Timmerman says maybe reschedule for May 11th. You know what May 11th is?
Man, she don't want to reschedule for May 11th.
I know. I'm just saying. Mohegan's Son is 2 weeks later.
Yeah, I mean, if we can't find anything, obviously, I would love to find a reschedule for Omaha. That'd be awesome. So
Oh my God, you guys in the comment section are just crazy. Felice
Yeah.
Herrig is a fucking barely a
about weights here?
115er.
She's
She's
like,
an atom weight. She's a 115 her entire life, and when she wasn't fighting 115, she was fighting 105. Come
Oh,
on,
She's
guys.
got a long way to
And
go.
Taylor Starling is making a living at 115 now. You guys got to think outside the box. It's not going to be anywhere. It's probably not going to be anyone on the roster. So just leave it alone. Right?
Yeah, they're trying. They're I know that it's
And
really
Jessica Borga is a teammate, so that's not going to happen, right?
Yeah.
We're shift girls.
Cyborg. There we go. That's who it's gonna
There
be.
you go.
She's Cyborg.
Yeah, yep. Cyborg's gonna call up PFL and say, "Hey, never mind that Pacheco fight that we just announced. I'm not gonna fight her. The other biggest 145er in the fucking world. I'm gonna go down to 135 and fight Crystal Pitman in California."
I'm like,
Ay.
Look at Van Zant. Okay.
You have a better chance of seeing Michelle Hunold fight her at 135 next week than you have Chris Cyborg fighting.
Yeah, I was hoping. I think Paige Van Zandt has one more fight with BKFC, and I really would think that would be a great matchup for me. But I think she also wants time to get ready for a fight. So, but I thought that the Knucklemania 4 would have been a great last fight for Paige.
Oh, I agree. Well, wholeheartedly. When I made that little dream fight card a couple months back for Knucklemania 4, that was the fight that was on there, you and her.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that she's looking thick these days, that girl. So she's probably walking around like 150. So 135 is right up her alley. I think that would have been great, but on a week's notice, I don't think so. And Rachel Ostovich is pregnant, guys. So they're all failing. I'm really disappointed in our audience. You guys, I thought you were better.
Everything at the wall to see if it sticks.
Yeah.
I guess that's what we're doing, though. Hey, elimination. That's how we do it. We got to eliminate everything, and then we'll be like, who's left in this freaking pile of fighters? Let's see. Just put your hand in and go all the way down to the bottom of the barrel. Let's find somebody, because we're fucking
Sheena Starr. Mike, how about Sheena Starr?
Oh, yeah. She's good. I think she's ready for release in about 20 years.
For manslaughter.
Sorry, I was just trying to come up with a name.
Oh man, but can we call her up? Will they give her a parole, like a little brace on her?
Yeah, Joe Ivy said
it really
she's
brings
busy.
up a good question. Like, who could it be? Who could they bring in? I really don't know.
Nah, man. I hope you do get an opponent. That does suck for you. 2 opponents in a row, 2 fight camps in a row. Like you said, you never really get out of camp, but still, you do go through the weight cuts, and you start the weight cuts a couple weeks out. I don't know how far out you start them, but usually it's a couple weeks out, right? You start whittling it down, and then that last week sucks ass, and you went through it once already. And I'm assuming you were just about to get into the hardest part about the weight cut now or in the next few days.
Yeah.
So
this week has been, really hard. Usually Hell Week is like the worst, it's weight cuts and just making sure, I'm dialed in and stuff. But yeah, I've been cutting for a while just because, I like to go back into a little bulk and, have pizza.
Mm-hmm.
I sit here and I watch Jared eat everything he wants. So
one of those. He's one of those.
That son of a bitch.
I know.
One of those.
Yeah.
But also, you guys always kind of seem to be ready. Like I like the whole gym there, the Shift MMA gym. You guys all seem like if you did get offered a short notice fight, you could probably take it, right? And a couple weeks notice without having a problem.
Absolutely. I mean, it comes down to what our coaches think is the best for us. And if it's the best thing for us, then I'm sure they would have no problem putting us in short notice. And a lot of times that's unfortunately like, with the female fights, that's kind of what happens a lot. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So it really is coming down to, my previous fight, obviously, when she came in like a water buffalo. And then, the other fights that have fallen through, female fights in the last few months, they have been getting the same day replacements, day before replacements, you know? So, I mean, if our coaches think that it's a great fight for us, then absolutely they would do it. But if it's not, then no, we won't.
Hey, I want you to grade Jared's commentary from the UK event on a to F scale. What did you give your man Jared Warren for his performance at BKFC 60? Was it?
You
BKFC
can be
60?
harsh. Go ahead.
Go
give it
ahead.
to him.
Go ahead. Give him the
You're
criticism.
mad too. You're mad today.
Let him know really what you thought about that night.
That's it.
Go
You
on.
know, when I said, hey, if anything, act like the Talladega Nights, you know, go real good. I think he did really great. I mean, yeah, I think he did A plus.
Whoa.
That's better than Chris Lytle. I'm sorry, Chris.
You lost your job,
Lytle.
bub.
They always make fun of him on the social show. They're, you know, on his.
He busts his
Or he's
balls,
taking
yeah.
it from the, you know, they do the playbacks of his moments where it just sounds so wrong when he's talking.
Did you? I just saw
Oh, yeah.
one the other day. I saw
You give
somebody
your body,
posted.
take it, and you give your head, take it.
Yeah. I saw
he corrected
one.
what he said, but yeah,
Did you guys ever see the clip of Rogan messing Nurmagomedov's name, messing it up in the
No.
ring? He was
No.
like, "Ladies and gentlemen, comedian American Earth," and he like turns around and walks away. It's like the you know the best to ever do it is in there fucking up. So they all fuck
ain't
up,
easy.
man. And
It
plus,
ain't easy. When
Chris
I
Rock-
found out Jared was going to be on there doing that, I was like, that's not an easy task. If you're
Had he
gonna
ever
come in and
done it?
comment on one fucking fight and then leave, okay. That's not gonna be too bad, right? You got somebody to help you. You can kind of just float in the back and say things every now and then. But to do the whole fucking card, and like Kyle said, has he ever done that before? Because I never heard him talk about doing that.
Yeah, he has a lot of interest in doing it and continuing to do that. He would like to end up doing some kind of commentating for fights and stuff. I think that he has a great face for it. I think he's really handsome and he's
got
great.
A face for audio.
He's got a real face for commentary. Are you serious?
He's so
You got a
cute.
face for audio, baby.
And
they show him every now and then.
I would just tune in to be like watching.
He's got a real
boy.
face for commentary. That's like
Have a face for TV. If you don't have a face for TV,
that's so funny.
Yeah,
like
it's perfect.
you
It's the
got a real
perfect place.
face for radio. That's what people say for people that are ugly, you know?
radio is different. You don't have to have a face for radio.
Oh my god.
But
That
you
was
don't
good.
want to,
I like
look
that.
like the sloth, doing a commentary. But the thing that I really thought was great about Jared is sometimes it's hard for fighters to take. Ow, Jesus!
I saw that coming too.
I saw it. We watched it in
the
slow
girl-
motion, dude.
Yeah,
That
in
was
slow
in slow
motion.
mo-
The cat was
I
like
was
that.
thinking to myself as it was coming towards you, I was like, man, cats are some motherfuckers. They just don't give a shit. She's in here doing this interview. That cat just hopped up there. You probably didn't even know it was back there. Hopped up, made itself at home, and then it was like, yo, bitch, I'm here.
Slow
And then
motion.
like, hey, do you not
even know it.
fucking see me here? Like, it reached out.
Oh, you can see yourself though. You probably
Like
saw it
her.
too.
Yeah, that shit was funny, man.
Yeah, she's wild. She was doing zoomies on the couch, and I was like, oh, she's so cute. She's doing
Is
zoomies.
that a drug? Zoomies?
Huh?
What is a zoomie?
Zoomies, like when dog zoomies, they're like going crazy.
Flying around the house.
Okay.
Yeah, she
Zoomies.
started doing zoomies like in the living room, and she was on the other side of the living room, and then I was like, oh, you're so cute, and I was turning around the couch to go down the hallway, and she like in an instant got to the edge of the couch and went right in my leg. She was all, and I was like, ah!
Listen,
like,
I don't fuck with animals because I'm allergic to them, like extremely. Cats
Really?
and dogs. I don't be fucking with animals ever.
Oh man.
So I don't know zoomies.
We
I don't
have
do
this.
zoomies.
We have this girl
Sorry.
cat in our house. Her name is Scarlet, and I'm starting to like her after about 3 years. I hated her fucking ass for so long. She would get the zoomies at like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning in our room, just flying around, digging on shit. And I would get out of bed, pick her up, open my front door, and launch her ass into the front yard.
Oh.
Like
I'll launch
Cats
all out
land
in
on
the
their
fight yard,
feet. I
never
don't
let
give a
them back
fuck.
in.
I'm like, you deserve this shit. I hope a coyote finds you. But now I kind of like her. She's all right.
Turning into buildups.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I almost put her in the dryer a few times. I'm just joking. I wouldn't do that.
The dryer.
In the dryer. You can't put her in the microwave. She'll pop.
you don't
Ah!
put food in
Oh my God, Mish!
You just got to tumble it a little bit and teach her a lesson.
The guy that has
Worked
pets-
with my kids.
Yeah, they're doing great.
Ow! See, she's doing it. Stop it. That is
Look
Yeah.
at it. She looked at you like, fuck this shit. Get out of this chair. I need to use it.
So, hey, when you find out who your replacement is, are we gonna know first? Are you gonna let the Mike and Mish show know, or actually we're not doing a show next week, and Knucklemania 4 is next week, so fuck it, we'll find out when everyone else does. I hope that they find you a replacement,
really
seriously, because we were really looking forward to seeing you fight in California, and it really does. It is really shitty news. I got faith in these guys. I fucking hope they do it for you, because it is your home state. You're going back home. I'm assuming you were going to have some people coming down, right? Right.
Yeah, I've sold some. Yeah, definitely sold some tickets, and my family. This is the second time my family, flies in. That's not in California. Well, I still have to fly my family that's in California to LA. So I paid for my son and my mom, and my brother and his wife, and my sister and her man.
Shit.
So they're all flying in. So that's what's really hard, because nobody gets reimbursed for it. I'm going to start making invoices for my opponents that pull out. I'm going to send them an invoice for everything that I bought.
Now you owe me for these plane tickets, bitch.
Yeah.
People don't think about that kind of shit, though. I'm glad you said that, because I didn't even think about the fact that you're flying your family in and shit like that. Like, I just assumed, like, yeah, I didn't even put that together, but it does. It costs everybody. And you remember how bad, like,
do you see what you've done, Zamora? Do you see?
Do you see?
Do you see what you've done? And I want you to write me a check for $10,000.
Yeah. You bring your liver spotted hands down here, and you write me a check for $10,000. You geriatric old fuck. Straight into a stepbrothers. Oh, I love it. Yes.
Well,
you never put your hands on my sweet mother again.
He's insane.
She's insane.
Look at, hey, listen. Hard is in the comments right now, so he ain't going wicked hard. How can you be in the comments and be going wicked hard? You gotta go find somebody. You could be driving around yelling out the windows. You gotta do something. Find the person that stole that car and let it on fire outside of Shift fucking MMA, and have that person come over and get their ass kicked.
Right?
Yeah, you should beat their ass for leaving that car there all on fire.
We're just gonna find somebody in the streets of LA. It's super easy.
Sarah Click is fighting.
Sarah Click's fighting May 11th. She has a fight.
Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be, I feel like it's just going to be a very random person. It's going to be someone who might be local California MMA fighter.
Maybe it will be Segala. I don't know, man. Maybe Segala would be like, you know what? I walk around 135 right now. I'll just fight her at my walk around weight.
Segala, can you fight?
Yeah, Mike's texting her right now.
Yeah.
I'll text her too, for real.
Yeah. Let's see if she answers. Be like, Sharisa, can you fight? Can you please fight? We are talking about you on the show right now, and Crystal Pitman needs an opponent. Can you fight her at Knucklemania 4, please?
Are you doing talk to text?
Yeah, it's gonna look all stupid when it goes through. She's gonna be like, "What the hell is he even saying?"
It's all coming out jumbled.
Yeah, there we go.
Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens.
We got Outside the Circle is coming up, right? We're gonna do Outside the Circle. In a moment.
You know what I texted her? I said you should really fight Pittman. That's what I texted her. For real.
So we'll do Outside the Circle, which is a new segment we've been doing where we talk about things that happen outside of the squared circle. Get it? Outside the circle.
Outside the circle.
Pat myself on the back for that name.
Mike,
but Yeah, so we're going to do that. So we'll be on for another like half an hour at least talking about a bunch of random shit. And hopefully she answers before the end. And maybe she'll say, yeah, I'll absolutely do that. And then we'll just have to be like, Nate, hello. This is Michelle.
This is Michelle. Who knows?
My girlfriend wants to fight. One of my girlfriends from out west. She's ready to fight. If not, I got 20 pounds to drop, and I'll do it.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, we're gonna do the outside the circle to wrap up the show. So, you got any final? Wait. She said, "Are you coming down the straw weight?" No.
Oh, it's sad.
Nope. You got to fight her at 135.
Imagine me at 150.
How many lbs can she gain and you lose? That's the, let's find out.
You guys, I'm like tiny right now. The weight I am, like, I mean, I'm getting shredded, at my weight. Imagine me at 115. I just draw a stick with a big ass boobs.
A broomstick with big ass boobs. Is that what you just said?
You can't even stand up straight. You keep falling forward. Everywhere you stop and you're just fucking face plant.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, I can't ask you for a prediction or any final words for anybody that's going to be watching April 27th. So, do you have anything left you want to say to the audience before we let you go for the evening, Crystal?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I always love the audience, and sorry to my sponsors who have been with me, and thank you for being with me
for 2 fight camps now.
2 fight camps now. So, yeah, I mean, thank you for.
They're just gonna think you're stealing their money,
huh?
You just keep telling them you need sponsors, but you don't fight anymore. You just keep getting sponsor money. I'm gonna be fighting again soon. And BKFC's in on it, and they just keep making you fucking posters. Yeah, we'll just make you another poster. That's fine. You need money? We'll make you a poster. You'll get some sponsors, and then we'll just say, yeah, fell through. And you can do that, and you could just survive for the next 2 years on sponsorship money, but never fight. But I was just looking at this. They jinxed you with this picture. When do they ever put a picture of one person and say, this person's fighting soon at this card? They put you on the fucking card by your damn self. It jinxed you.
You can blame. I made that.
I'm blaming. Did you make that? I'm blaming Jeremy. Jeremy, you're going to hear from me.
Yeah, no, they needed to start announcing, that I'd be on the card, and so we didn't have like the contract signed. We had them like getting sent out, but just for promotional purposes. Totally.
Yeah, you are going to be there by yourself.
I'm on the zone.
All by myself.
No, it's going to be you, your family, Jihad, and the dozen people that he's bringing, and you guys are just going to be hanging out with us, watching fights. You're going to have an opponent. I know they're going to get you an opponent. I have faith. It's going to be okay. We will see you next Thursday at the media day. Mike and I get there Thursday. We'll see you then, and we'll talk to you again. And we'll say what's up to Jared as well. I hope his eye is better by then.
Yeah, he's sleeping right now too because he works tomorrow.
What a loser.
Oh, what a poor baby.
I got my fingers crossed.
I saw that. Fingers crossed. Joe Ivy has her fingers crossed like Freddy got fingers. Yep.
Cross.
So, well, I am very sad, even though we're being very funny, but I am sad. I am going to cry myself to sleep, and I might not make it to drill. But that's fine. But we will make it to LA, and we will see you. I cannot wait.
Oh, hey, wait. First person that can tell us what movie me and Mike just quoted with the fingers crossed thing gets an autographed picture of Crystal Pitman.
Ooh, look at that. I just said the name of I just said the name.
Oh, you
I
did?
literally just said the name. So write it. First person to type that shit in real fast with their fingers.
I got my fingers crossed. Come on, there it is. Falcon 09. Freddie got fingered. There it is.
Somebody lied to you.
I'm awake, but definitely in bed.
Oh boy, what does that mean?
He's maybe in bed.
Oh man. Hey, Falcon 09 got it. There it is right here. Right here. Freddie Got Fingered is the movie. I got my fingers crossed, Freddie.
Oh my god, that's so.
Cross. You got yourself a picture signed by Crystal Pitman. Do we have the picture?
Yeah, we do have this picture. I
Let's
know
throw
we
it up.
have it. I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna bring it up so good. It's gonna be brought right up. There it
Nice.
is. Courtesy of the Extreme BKFC fans page, Russ Maxim and Country. Those boys are doing it big, and they gave us an autographed poster picture of the one and only rugged beauty, Crystal Pitman.
Woohoo!
And there it is, going to a lovely fellow out in California.
Shout out, let's go, boy.
Shout out, let's go, boy.
Shout out, let's go, boy.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh man. All right. Hey, Crystal, we'll see you next Thursday. Mike, you want to let her go to bed? Go tuck in Captain Deadpool.
Yep. Get over there and let him save a cat. You know what I'm saying? Hey, take it easy, everybody. We'll see you, Crystal, next week. Adios. Man, we got all these damn events going on. I was too busy laughing and
shout out, let's go, boy.
Yeah, dude.
Oh man, that was fun. That shitty news for her, but I feel like I got
shit news.
They gotta find her a replacement. I'm sure they could find one on a week's notice. They've had really good success finding people on 3-4 days notice. So they got a full week, and it's the biggest card they've ever put on. Somebody's gonna want to jump on there. So we'll see. It'll be a good time. Mike, are we gonna do some outside the circle? Because I feel like we have some things to talk about.
I mean, we got all sorts of freaking things to talk about, so I guess that means that it's time for Here we are. Here we are.
Circle. I'm ready to talk about.
Here we are, everybody. Welcome to Outside the Circle. This is a new-ish segment of the show where we talk about things that happen outside the squared circle. And the number one thing I had on the list was signed pitchers giveaway. We gave away one. We had another one. We didn't give it away during it's kind of hard to give away sometimes some of these pitchers during the interview because, like, say Lorenzo Hunt, we have a signed Lorenzo Hunt pitcher, right? But to get Lorenzo to stop in the middle of his interview to give away a pitcher, sometimes it doesn't work that well, right? So what we can do is we can ask a real quick question, right, to people and say, let's see, what fight card did Lorenzo Hunt beat Josh Dyer? Go for it. In the comments. I want the whole thing in town.
I can't win it.
You can't win it, Kyle. You cannot win it. You cannot win it. You got to be in it to win it, and you can't be in it because you're here with me. There's the signed poster. I want the numbered event and the place that it was. Boom, boom, and write it out. It's got to be right. God damn it, can't be wrong to win.
It's got to be right. Can't be wrong.
Be right, but I won't
God
be wrong.
Damn it.
The whole thing.
Someone's
write
got
it out.
Someone's got the place.
Don't be a jerk about it, okay? Just do it. Just write the whole thing out.
And be somebody that wants the picture. All right. Don't be somebody that's gonna win the fucking picture and then give it away.
One of them douchebags that wins and then says, "Oh, I didn't really want to get it." Unless you really wanted to get it.
Okay, so we got the number. Somebody else put the okay, there you go. We got it.
It happened.
We got it.
It happened, Kyle. It happened.
It happened. It is Slick Rick. Slick Rick Caruso.
Man,
Slick Rick Caruso.
That guy.
He's got a good collection of fucking collectibles going on in
I'm
his
just
house.
about sick of Slick Rick winning a damn picture. Damn it. Can anybody beat this guy?
Can't anybody beat Slick
Can
Rick?
anybody beat
Congratulations,
him?
you get that picture. We're gonna send that to you, courtesy of the
Just kidding. We
BKFC
love you.
fans page.
We love you. Just kidding.
Mike.
He should have been fighting.
Yeah, he
right
should.
now.
Congratulations to you, Rick. You got that picture. What's
Yes,
our
sir.
first topic on Outside the Circle? Because I'm ready to talk. Let's go.
I can't wait. Okay. Let's see. Let's start it off, and let's start it off with something good. You know what I'm saying, Kyle? Let's start it off with something real good and funny we could talk about.
Let me see it.
All right. So,
what do we got?
There is a boxing match that's happening, right?
Yes.
And there is a certain person that's fighting that is absolutely losing his goddamn mind. At least, unless he's the best troll in the world, but I don't think he is. I think this guy's losing his mind. Let's take a look at this video and talk about
Let me
this,
see
please.
this. What is it?
Thank you, the Lord Jesus Christ, the King of Kings, Lord of Lords. Thank you, Jesus. 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 Jesus is King, King of Kings, King of Kings. No, okay. He is the King of Kings. Jesus is the one above all. Okay. How you guys doing? What do you guys want me to say? I've already said everything. I mean, what do you want me to do? I've already done it all. I've already said it all. I've done it all, and now I'm just ready to kick ass. I'm going there and just fuck this man up. You don't understand. I'm gonna fuck him up. You don't know what I've been training like. You don't know the vision I have. You do not know I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'll break this whole thing right now. That's how I'm firing. I'm strong. I'm strong. I'm strong. Strong. And I'm louder than that whole team. They got like 5 people there. Look how loud. Woo!
Okay, so here's the thing, right? We saw that.
Yes, dude.
Someone already said, Anthony Camacho already said it, right? Is he A, doing it on purpose to promote the fight and just be crazy and wild because that's what it is? That's what the world's become. You just want people to watch you. They want you to share your shit, get your likes, get your views. Or B, is he losing his shit? Or C, is it a little bit of both?
I thought, listen, I thought he was trolling at first, right?
Yeah.
But it has been so consistent throughout all the antics leading up to this fight are getting crazier and crazier. I don't know if he's trolling. I think he just might actually be a little fucking crazy, this kid. Yeah. I mean, he grew up in the sport. He's been boxing for a long time. He's only, 25 years old? He's pretty young.
He's a young guy, and he has a lot of money. He's got a lot of fame.
Oh, my God. I saw that, and I was like, what's going on here? You guys got to check out the GQ one-on-one interview that he did with Devin Haney. They had, by the way, this video that they did with GQ interview is so weird because it was supposed to be 2 guys sitting close to each other in chairs, but they were getting so out of hand. They filmed them separately, but then spliced the video and put them next to each other in the video. Did you know this?
No, I didn't know that.
They didn't, dude. They're not talking to each other in the fucking video. The video is weird as hell. Ryan Garcia's antics are just fucking out there. And what happened was they were supposed to be sitting side by side in these chairs, but they couldn't get a fucking interview out of the 2 of them. So they did separate ones where the GQ interviewer sat in the other chair. So like Devin Haney would be like talking, like it looks like he's talking to Ryan Garcia, and Ryan Garcia is looking at the chair like it's talking. It's almost like brother to brother.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
He is the coolest guy. Steve Brule, the coolest guy in the world.
Why didn't they just put them in 2 different rooms and have them do it? If they couldn't,
I don't know.
I don't know. The John Jones DC thing when they were yelling at each other,
It's fucking weird. Yes, have them in separate rooms, and like Nate and Connor when let's talk about numbers. Nate, you could sit this one out. I'll take it. Like that.
Yeah,
yes.
those usually gold, but.
Yeah, I don't know. I
get nutty.
I will say this, Mike. I saw that press conference today, and One, the press conference absolutely sucked. That
Oh,
what
it was
that was the best
horrible. I
part.
don't know if anybody's watched it. It was so bad the way that they do that press conference. I cannot believe that nobody tells them like, don't fucking do that. That's horrible. Don't do it. They let
He
everybody come up and talk. All these people, I'm like, I know, I get it. You're a rich guy. You got your hand in this whole thing. Great. Nobody wants to hear you talk. Don't you understand? When you go up there, nobody wants to hear you. Nobody wants to hear anybody but maybe De La Hoya, right? And
yeah,
then the
and then
fighters.
Ryan
Nobody
Garcia.
wants to freaking hear the other people come up and talk. Okay, you what do you run like when they did with the Conor McGregor back in the day, like a Showtime guy gets up. Like nobody wants to listen to the Showtime guy.
What do
Yeah,
you
you're
think?
rich, you're a boss, great. Nobody wants to hear you
Yeah.
talk, guy.
What
It
do you
gets me so
think?
mad.
What do you think
I had to
Jesus
fast forward.
thinks? I'm
Jesus
not a
is happy.
religious. What do you think Jesus thinks
I think
when?
he's happy.
Yeah, when he hears all them thank yous, he's like,
Yeah.
man, that kid is thankful.
He's thankful. And it's not even Thanksgiving.
I love it, man.
He's
Hey,
giving a
I'm
lot of
gonna be.
thanks outside of Thanksgiving.
I'm gonna watch that fight this weekend. I think Haney wins it only because of how crazy I think Ryan may be losing it a little bit, and
Yeah.
and
Okay.
I don't know if he's in his right mind going in, but he could absolutely be fucking trolling us. So I'm gonna watch. The kid did it. I mean, his crazy antics have got me watching this weekend. So congratulations, Ryan Garcia. Good job, buddy. What's
Whew.
next?
Man, what is next? Let's talk about the watch party. We just had a watch party last Friday night. It was pretty damn cool. I do have a little video I can play. We played it the other day, but why not? Let's just play it one more time.
Let's go. That was a great end of the night photo with the two of us and Zach. I mean,
Yep.
Zach hung around with us until we went home that night. We went downstairs
bar.
downstairs to Comics Roadhouse, and he hung out with us for a while. It was a great time. Awesome. There was a picture in there where Zach's standing in the middle of four guys. The two guys to his left and right all won 2 tickets apiece to BKFC 61 happening
Yep.
May 11th. So
Yep.
those guys won tickets to that. That was pretty dope. It was a great night, and it was a great night of fights. So it was great to see Mike Richmond get another win, come back and get a win. Elvin Brito looked phenomenal. Jessica Borga put a hatchet wound in fucking Katarina Liner's forehead. That was something, huh? You could
I
see
rewatched that fight a few times, and Katarina actually landed some pretty decent shots at the beginning. She was pretty accurate with her shots in the beginning, and then she got caught.
Yeah, Borg is tough, man. She took him.
Yes.
She's got a chin on her. She took him, and man,
Thoroughly enjoyed that short fight.
It was, and you know what? It was one of those nights where there was like a lot of quick finishes early in the night again. I'm like, oh man, every time we have a watch party, the first like 4 fights of the night are first round knockouts, and then we're like a quarter of the way through the thing, and it's 20 minutes into the damn party.
Can we get drunk or something? I mean, geez, tough frig. I can't get through a single drink with five half the cards done.
Joe Ivy says you could have put a quarter in her forehead, and Big Ben
all
called
know what John Nutt would have done.
Yeah, Big Ben called it the vagina, and that's the John Nutt treatment.
Reminds me of every time I see a cut on a forehead, it reminds me of John Nutt. If anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about, look up Bare Knuckle Kingdom and see what John Nutt says about this guy's cut on his forehead.
Yeah. Hey guys, and for anybody who's going to be in Mohegan Sun for the May 11th shindig.
Yep.
The weigh-ins are the Friday night. It is a Saturday night card, but we already discussed with Tom's Watch Bar is literally walk out the arena, get on the escalators right in front of you, and go to the top of the escalator, and the bar is right there. That's where the after party we're gonna have an after party there.
Yep.
We were thinking about it should
be one at Avalon and
right.
maybe the other place that the Sky Lounge or whatever.
Yeah, there's a great club right next door called Avalon. Lansdowne Pub is right there, but like the most open areas, like Tom's Watch Bar is not super dark like Lansdowne.
Yeah,
it's not super loud like Avalon.
Yes,
it's a good sports bar spot to have an after party for fighters, and after we have some drinks there, we just go down to Comics Roadhouse, and you guys can get your asses up on the mechanical bull and have some drinks and have a good time. It'll be a fucking great evening. I'm telling you,
it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a lot of friggin' fun. I cannot wait for that shit. I'll just say that over for everything. I can't wait. I just cannot wait. Can't wait.
And if you guys are local in New England and you haven't gotten tickets yet, go onto our profile and use the link and get yourself a ticket, man. It'll be a good time. You can sit, or like the ticket link for us kind of like gets everybody in the same area, you know what I mean? So it'll be good shit. What else we got, Mike?
Okay, this is what we've got.
What's up, BKFC fans? Guess what? We are giving you, our loyal subscribers, our loyal fans, BKFC Knucklemania 4 included in your subscription. We're not going to charge extra like we did before. It's all included in your subscription. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe now to the BKFC app and get Knucklemania 4 included. It's also available on YouTube pay-per-view at the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship YouTube channel.
That's awesome.
It is. That's a good deal right there. You get the whole year and Knucklemania instead of just getting Knucklemania if you don't have the app, you know?
What is the price of Knucklemania alone if you were going to buy it on YouTube pay-per-view?
I
$50? I don't know.
Probably $50.
So it is the biggest no-brainer.
Buy now, create a BKFC account, it says. So maybe it's just like a thing, like if you want to get it at this point. Okay, here we go.
Okay, people in the comments are saying it's $30.
So it says, Knucklemania 4, $29.99 in the USA, and $49.99 for that and the yearly subscription. So regular price.
So for $20 more, you buy the whole year,
and you get
every single event. It's the biggest no-brainer in the history of combat sports fanhood. It's like, what are you guys waiting for? Like, seriously, what are you waiting for? Just fucking do it, man.
Do it.
Just do it. You get them all. You get them all. I mean, there are a lot of them on like Fubo TV, but who's got Fubo? Like, not a lot of people got the Fubo channel, and LL Cool J definitely doesn't have the Fubo channel either, right? Right, Fubo. Remember Fubo?
Yeah, Fubo. Yeah, Fubo. Yes.
Yeah, remember Fubo?
Fubo. Of course, I remember Fubo.
Yeah.
It says how to watch. It's on Apple TV, Fire TV, Android TV, iPhone, iPad, Android, iPhone, iPad, Android, Chromecast, and Roku. So those are the places. And then, obviously he just said that it would be on YouTube also. So
awesome news. Yeah, great news. And you know what this tells me? They're doing well. You know what I mean? Like,
every show this year has been sold out so far.
In BKFC, at BKFC 41,
yep,
we saw the most emotional David Feldman we've ever seen at any of the events we went to.
Oh, yeah.
He really opened up to the fighters. He basically said, every fucking dollar to my name is on the line tonight. I, took a second mortgage out of my fucking house for this. I am putting my ass on the line for you guys. Go out there and fight your fucking asses off and make this the best event we've ever had. And they did. It was so good. And that was a pay-per-view, and people bitch about, people complain, but then they buy it. And but they got to pay the fighters, guys. They got to pay the bills. You know what I mean? They got to pay.
People complain, and then they go and subscribe to the fucking Disney Plus fucking package to get ESPN Plus, and then they spend $75 or whatever the hell it is
on a UFC
every month. Yeah, and then they fucking are up until 1 a.m. and half of the fights are so fucking long, and you're like, oh my god, what the hell? Not UFC 300, which leads me to the next part of our Outside the Circle. Inside
let's
the
go.
Octagon is what this is going to be called. Outside the Circle and into the Octagon.
25. Holloway shows some mortality. Look at this. Holloway just told him, stand right here. Oh, big connection late. Face first on the canvas. Holloway wins the BMF title.
Oh my goodness is right.
Oh my
What a
dude.
fight, what a card. Holy shit, that was awesome.
That
I
card
can't believe that.
delivered. That card delivered so like beyond expectation. I mean, everyone saw the card that they built with all them champions on it. I think there was like 13 former or current champions on that card.
Yeah, wasn't there like a thing that came out, like a percentage of all the champions that have ever
Yeah,
been?
there
It
was
was like 10%.
10% of all the champions that were ever on the roster were on that card. It was
Yeah.
unfucking
So
believable.
that's wild.
Just like the Jim Miller Bobby Green fight, and the fucking gashes in Jim Miller's face.
That. My mom,
Unbelievable.
My aunts.
But we gotta talk about like
60th birthday party, and it was on the fucking TVs, and old people were watching that shit and enjoying it.
the balls on Max Holloway. I fucking love this dude. I love this dude, and that's one of the greatest moments. I think there's a few moments that I think about, like the Robbie Lawler, Rory McDonald stare down after the fourth round at BKFC 189 was like one of the greatest moments ever. And Robbie Lawler versus Carlos Condit, when they got done beating the fuck out of each other, and they both stopped and put their arms up on the ring together, and they just stood next to each other for a minute.
Yes.
That was another one that ended amazing. But this one, man, and another one that pops into my mind is Chael Sonnen beating the fucking brakes off of Anderson Silva for 4 3/4 rounds of a fight, and then Anderson finishing him with the triangle. There were like certain finishes in my lifetime as a combat sports fan that like really stick out, but this one, man, holy fuck. Max could have just coasted. He could have coasted.
Yep,
he could have just backed the fuck off. He had the fight in the bag. But he did it for the BMF. He did it for oh my God. It's just unbelievable. I'm kind of at a loss for words for that one, because 1 week ago, my kids asked me, and I'm not bullshit, like maybe last Friday, Jackson was like, who's your favorite UFC fighter of all time? And I was like, man, I got to think about that one. I was like, man, Robbie Lawler always comes into my mind. I fucking was always a huge Robbie Lawler fan.
Yeah.
I was always a big Chris Lieben fan, because Lieben was always in fucking dog fights, and he's just a zombie. I love him out there. Prime Conor, 2015-16 Conor. How can you not love that Conor McGregor right there? 14, 15, 16, but primarily 2015-16, he was just untouchable, and he was like the best out there, and he was the greatest thing since sliced bread in combat sports. Chael Sonnen, in his second run with the UFC, he was with the UFC for a few events early in his career. Then he went to WEC. He came back to the UFC, and just his run there, he didn't win them all, but he was one of the most entertaining guys ever. And then he had that fight with Anderson, and then he fucking threw the promo, Anderson Silva, you absolutely suck promo out there. Got the rematch. It's unbelievable. Him. And then I did say Max Holloway, and I said that a week ago with these other guys, and I did say light heavyweight Rumble Johnson was one of my favorite fighters as well. Not light, not skinny Rumble, but 205 Rumble was just something else, man. I loved watching him. Max Holloway might be number one on my list now. He might have just jumped all them guys, because when he first started pointing to the middle of the ring against Ricardo Lamas back in the day, and then he started doing it with a lot of guys after that. Then he does that Calvin Kattar fight couple years ago, or 2 years ago, where he's talking to Dana on the sideline about how I'm the best boxer in MMA. As he's throwing punches out, he's looking over there talking to Dana, and then he goes and does this shit the other night. Fucking Max might be my favorite of all time. I don't know. Where does Max? Where does Max fall into your favorite fighters of all time, Mike? I want to ask.
I mean, he's obviously still fighting, so I've got a little bit of recency bias with him, but at the same time, no, right? Because he definitely is. He definitely is. He's got to be. He's got to be in the top. He's got to be in the top 5, 6, 7. He has to be. He's so good, and all of his fights are so crazy. And he will point to the ring and say, "Meet me here, phone booth right now. We're doing this." It doesn't matter. Doesn't even matter if it's the BMF or some other fight. Doesn't matter if he's winning or losing. He's just always that guy. He's always going to come in and he's going to be a fucking awesome fight. Yeah, the Calvin Kattar, that was just insane. He fucking hit Matrix level fucking craziness, and that shit was on ABC. That was just wild. Man, I don't know.
Dude, that Calvin Kattar fight.
I have a hard time placing fighters in like rankings like that. Like who's your best 1 to 5 or like 5. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
I don't know how to rank them, but
my favorite, the most exciting, like the best wrestler, best speaker. Like they all like Chael Sonnen is like top of my list. But was he the best fighter ever? He was a good fighter.
Most entertaining.
But he was just so entertaining that like when I think of him, I'm like, oh, I love him so much. Conor McGregor, for sure, he had it all. John Jones is way up there for me. He's just so good. Remember when I was watching him come up, I was just like, this guy is fucking unstoppable. He's just unbelievable. When he beat Shogun, I was like, man, this guy is fucking insane. Like, I just couldn't believe when I watched
you know what?
Applebee's, that shit.
Pride Shogun was something special too. You know what?
Shogun Henderson.
Yeah, you just meant.
Oh man.
It's just but what he did the other night is something of legendary status. And Max Holloway, you are the BMF, and I hope he fights Ilia Topuria next. He has to, right? Did you listen to Chael Sonnen talk about this like yesterday, dude? Mike, Chael made a comment, and I absolutely fucking loved it, and I don't think it'll ever happen because. He goes, this is what, and I don't remember exactly what he said. He goes, we thought when Max won that fight, we were going to get Max versus Islam for 155 because he's a 155er now, right? And then the rankings come out and he's number 2 at 155, but they had already announced Dustin Poirier is going to fight Islam Makhachev for the title. So that title's locked up. So we're automatically assuming Max goes to 145 and he fights Ilia Topuria. He goes, hear me out on this. I love how Chael thinks. He goes, what is the one fight that Max Holloway has constantly said he wishes he could run back? Conor McGregor. He goes, if Conor McGregor came out on June 29th and fucking he beats Michael Chandler, a BMF belt defense against Conor at 155 would blow pay-per-view numbers out the fucking water. And I was like, wow, that thought never entered my mind. Conor and Max ever again? Conor's huge now, but he's fighting at 170 at 303. Dude, if they dangled a 155 fight for a BMF title with a run back with Max Holloway, Conor would probably do that.
That'd be fun.
And you know what? Even if he said, I can't make 155, let's do it at 160 at a catch weight, Max would probably go up to 160. He's that crazy. So Chael came up with that one. That's a fucking beautiful scenario in my eyes.
Yeah. Man, there's so many fighters. One I was thinking about, Frankie Edgar. Love him. Love him. Yep. There's just so many. I go through the list. Obviously, did we say Anderson Silva? I mean, I feel like those.
Anderson.
Chuck Liddell. There's just so many fighters that just make you.
Dude, early Vitor. Dude, Vitor Belfort coming up. 19, 20-year-old Vitor was a fucking Terminator. Yeah, it's hard to pick, but
there's so many. There's so many. They're so good. That's why we love this.
Right. But anyways, that was definitely something good to talk about. I'm glad we did. Max, you're a fucking monster.
Yeah, he definitely is. Let's do a little bit. So I was watching, I don't know if anybody's seen the Road to Knucklemania Part 1 yet, but there was a part of it that I just thought was fantastic. And we said it earlier, Mike Perry is just so good to this sport, to the company. And let's take a look at it, just a little clip that I took out of this Road to Knucklemania Part 1.
Will show why I am the king of violence. I'm the better boxer all day long, American style boxing. He trains out of American Top Team. He's a traitor to his own country and his own people. He's trash fighter, trash Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, trash boxing, and I'm gonna beat his fucking bald head to a pulp. Fuck him, fuck you, fuck all the bullshit. I'm gonna beat your fucking ass, bitch. Believe that shit. Fuck you.
I visualize me put him away, knock him out cold.
Okay, Kyle, real quick, who won the battle of words?
Dude, that was a 10-7 all day. Oh my god. Dude, Perry's so
made me laugh so hard. I just watched it over and over and over again. I gotta pull this. I have to do it.
I could watch that clip 100 fucking times. It is so funny. He's a traitor to his country. He's a fucking he's a traitor to his country. He's got trash jiu-jitsu, trash boxing. He's fucking trash. Everything. Fuck you. Fuck
he
him.
Shops at bad stores. He doesn't look for good fucking deals when he goes shopping. Fuck him.
I'm gonna beat his bald fucking head in. Dude, he's hilarious.
He overcooks his chicken on the grill. Unbelievable, that guy.
But he's not trying to be funny. That's the best part about him. He's just hilarious with the shit that he says. It's fucking great, man.
Unbelievable. I love it so much, man. So yeah, I think that kind of speaks for itself. Everybody go watch Road to Knucklemania. The whole thing isn't out yet, but they got part 1 out. Get up on the app and watch that shit because it is good. I think it's about 12, 13 minutes long. So it's a good segment of the
How do you not love that guy? I sort of he's got to be the most likable fighter out there. He is just absolutely fucking hilarious outside the ring. He takes his time and does interviews with everybody. He fucking takes photos with people. He's at the events, doing shit, having a good time, farting in front of fucking No, that was Lorenzo that farted.
Yeah, Lorenzo farted for him.
But
he said it wasn't for him, it was for.
But he's hanging out with Ben Rothwell. Him and Ben Rothwell are punching each other in the stomach, dude. And then he gets into the ring and he puts on absolute fucking beautiful violence. It's like, how can you not like that guy?
All right, so moving on, we are going to Knucklemania 4, and our buddy Russ has made these keychains for free. He's sending them over to us. So if you are going to be at Knucklemania 4 and you see us, we're going to have a bunch. So you should be asking for them just so you know it's coming from Russ.
Love that.
Russ. And when you see him, you give him a big old smoochie, okay? Because it's not us giving it to you. It's him. I don't want to give you shit. But he insisted. So we will do it, okay? Let's go on to our next subject. And it has to do with a book that's out, right? There is a book, this bare knuckle book, and
it's coming out the 23rd, right?
So, is it coming out the 23rd? I think it's already out.
I thought it was April 23rd.
Oh, well, then I got my news wrong because I thought it was already out. But Feldman is going to bring a whole bunch of them with him to Knucklemania 4. So if you're out there, get this book. It's a story about how they started bare knuckle and all that good stuff. And if you're into reading, I think this is going to be a good one.
Dude, I think he said that they're bringing like 1,000 copies to give out to people at Knucklemania 4. And I believe they're going to be autographed by Bobby Gunn and Feldman himself, right? I think that's I could be wrong about that, but either way, they're going to bring a shitload of fucking copies out there and they're going to give them away. So I'm getting my hands on one.
Yeah, because all right, so
I could barely read,
for
but
the
I'm going to
picture, I thought it was already on sale because it says on Amazon right now you can buy it. So I don't know if it's a pre-order or what.
Oh, I don't know. I heard April 23rd, but it's Yeah, that's cool, man. I can't wait to get that. And it's very cool that they're bringing so many out there to give out to the people. They want people to read and educate themselves on it. It's pretty fucking dope.
Yeah, it's not just a bunch of dumb people punching each other in the face, guys. We read. Come on now. I can read words. All
Words
right.
are hard.
Yeah, words are hard, but they're not too hard. I can read some of them. All right, here we go. On to the next topic. And this one's going to get the people talking. It might get the women mad at us, but we don't mean it. I didn't do this. This is not my fault. Might be your fault.
It might be my fault. You know what? This is big news, and it's outside our sport. It's outside of the combat sports altogether. But this has been like flooding the radio and flooding the sports TV. And this is a conversation now. My 9-year-old son came home today, and he goes, "Dad, do you know how much money Caitlin Clark got in her rookie contract compared to Steph Curry's rookie contract?" And I'm like, well, I said, yeah, I do know this. What do you know about that? And he said, my teacher, he's in 3rd grade. He goes, my teacher was telling us about it today. And I said, well, you know what your teacher needs to recognize. And I'm not saying that. I wish this girl got paid as much money as the dudes do, but you could see it right there. The league doesn't generate a lot of money. Mike didn't even know that there was a WNBA basketball team in Connecticut until yesterday, and they won a fucking world title.
I didn't have any idea, for real. No idea.
The Connecticut Sun won the WNBA championship a few years ago. We had the championship team in our state.
We worked 20 minutes away from there.
Right. It is a tiny market. They put 700 people in an arena that holds 5,000, 6,000 people. It's unfortunate, but until people start buying tickets and filling up seats, what the WNBA needs to do is try to figure out how to fucking market themselves better. Like she just got drafted by the Indiana Fever. If they announced that Larry Bird was the head coach tomorrow, I'd watch probably. I'd probably check it out. If the LA Sparks announced that Magic Johnson was gonna come in as a head coach for the LA Sparks, I'm saying I'm not fucking, maybe I'm not being too serious about that, but I think that like shit like that, people would be like, oh, fucking this NBA basketball player is now coaching the team in the city that he used to play for. Like, I don't know, but nobody's buying tickets. Nobody goes to the fucking games. Nobody buys the jerseys. And unfortunately, if there's no money coming in, they don't have the money to pay the players.
Right. I mean, that makes sense. But it makes sense, but yet you still get like people going, this isn't right. It can't be done. Like, you got to pay them more. And it's like, because with the soccer, remember, like U.S. women's soccer, and like it's just the way it is. I don't know. It's a situation where unfortunately there aren't many females going out to watch these types of sports.
Dude.
It's the truth. They don't go out to see these sports. Here's the thing. I like when I go out to watch games, like I rarely you do see a lot of women there, but not as many men. Like you know what I mean? Everybody knows
it's a bunch
men
of
are out
dudes.
there, and I know you're going to bring up the Bill Burr
thing. Bill Burr hit it right on the fucking
really
head.
Funny.
Bill Burr hit it right on the head when he said, "It's not our job to fill up those seats. We have our own basketball that we go to and we watch. You go to the games." He said, he
did it really. It's a really funny stand-up.
It's super funny, and he makes a ton of sense. He was like, you got yourself a league, but nobody supports the fucking league. He goes, we're too busy supporting our fucking league. It is crazy. I just thought it was really super crazy that my 9-year-old son came home and was talking about it. I was like, wow. But if you look,
be some way to make it work.
But dude, if you pull up that graphic again,
I can't believe they can't figure this out. They've got
pull up that graphic,
out,
right? You got Victor Wembanyama, whatever his name is there. That's a hard name to say. But his first contract's $55 million. And they make $10 billion a year, right? If you just did some quick math on $55 million over 4 years compared to $40 billion, and then the percentage that she's making over 4 years compared to 800, I bet you the percentage is close. It's not. I bet you it's more like he's making 5% of the revenue and she's making like 3%. It's probably something like that. It's probably very fucking close as far as percentage goes. And that right there would prove to you that if that league revenue number was bigger, her 4-year contract would be bigger. You know what I mean? It's just it's simple fucking math, dude.
Well, I am not doing the math because I don't want to do it.
No.
But all I know is it's probably like you're saying. It's probably not far off. She should have just went with the damn 3-on-3 league.
She should have.
Is that what it is? Screw the WNBA, okay? They don't want to pay the money. They can't get the people to go so that they can spend the money. Then screw the league and just go and do something.
Fuck them.
If people are watching the 3-on-3s and they have the money and the backing for it, then all the women go there and make good fucking money.
Or
the WNBA just, hey, what are you going to do? It's not working.
Dude, it's like if she would have just said yes. If she would have said, I'm going to play for Ice Cube in the 3-on-3 league for $5 million, unless they give me more money, they might go in it. They might start going into their pockets a little bit and be like, we're going to lose the best fucking female basketball player on the planet to a 3-on-3 league over here for $5 million. Guys, let's pony up.
Yeah,
let's offer her 7.
Something. Work harder, maybe try to find more investors, try to do better with, because clearly if I don't know, I watch sports. I follow sports. I don't do as crazy as I used to watch SportsCenter every damn day. So I would have known for sure. But I swear I did not know that Mohegan Sun had a WNBA team. Why the fuck would they have a WNBA team? Why doesn't Hartford have a fucking WNBA team?
No, but it's not the Mohegan Sun team. It's the Connecticut Sun. It's the Connecticut Sun.
Don't even know that either.
Yeah, it's the Connecticut Sun, and they won the title. So, anyways,
but I don't know about them. I've never seen them play. I've never heard about them. I don't see billboards. I don't hear radio fucking drops. Nothing.
Yeah, and we're here. We're here in the area. You don't hear much. You don't hear shit about them. Right.
Fucking get your goddamn shit together, guys.
They've probably been there for fucking 15 years too, Mike. I don't know, but they probably have been, and we just didn't know.
Yeah.
I saw somebody in the comments before we wrap up. Do we have any more to talk about?
No, that was it.
That was it. Okay. One more thing to talk about. I think it was Falcon, maybe, or absent-minded. Somebody in the comments, one of the Cali boys said, "How did the radio show go?" And I thought it went great. It was, Mike, you heard it. I mean, it was. I did us justice, guys. I sounded educated. I didn't swear at all. He had a lot.
Sent, right? If somebody missed it.
Yeah. If you message me an email address, I can send you the audio of it. That could be done. I went on Lee LC in the morning, which is a nationally syndicated show, and it was really cool to meet Lee. He was very, very interested in the sport. He literally didn't know anything about the sport, and I did my best he had a lot of questions about the rules. He had questions about who the biggest name in the sport is. He asked me, he really dug into the rules a lot, actually. And I did my best to not sound like a fucking moron. And I think I did good. I told him that the biggest face in the sport is the funny guy that you just saw, which is true. I said Mike, but I did say that if you ask me who the biggest star in the sport that has grown in the sport, I did say it was Lorenzo Hunt. I said Mike Perry is the more known face of the sport. Homegrown talent is Lorenzo. Yeah, man, it was fantastic, and I hope to go back. Mike and I might have an opportunity to go back right before the May 11th card that happens, but it was a good time. And if you shoot me an email, go on our Instagram DM or Facebook Messenger and shoot me an email. I'll happily send you guys the audio. So, with that said, Mike, we went 2.5 hours tonight. Yeah. Thank you so much to Big Ben Rothwell, Juggernaut Hunt, and Crystal Pitman. Best of luck to all of you next week. Hopefully Crystal has an opponent. I hope we get to see all 3 of you guys fight next week. We will be there on Thursday for media day, Friday for the weigh-ins, and Saturday for the biggest event they've ever had. Mike, I'm excited No show next week, guys. I'm sorry because we're flying out very early Thursday morning. What else you got for the peeps, Mike?
I don't have anything else. We'll see you when we see you. We'll see you next week when we get to LA on Thursday, and we'll put some content out, right? We'll get there. We'll get to the press conference. I think it's about 7 p.m., and I can't wait for that. It's going to be really funny. I hope they're all on the dais together.
The cream of the crop,
so we can get a little bit of yelling back and forth, because we did have some questions that would be good for everybody, and it would have went exactly how Big Ben said it would have went.
Yeah,
where
Mike
people
and
are yelling.
hey,
that's exactly what we planned.
Yeah, right. But truth be told, Mike and I had some loaded questions that were gonna spark some shit at that fucking that press conference, and when we didn't get the chance, when that shit happened, I'm like, oh fuck, what is this?
Yeah.
What is going on here? That just ruined our whole damn plan.
Yep.
But anyways, we'll do our best to fire some people up
bullshit.
next week. Number one bullshit. Thank you guys for tuning in and sticking with us for so long tonight, and we will talk to you soon.
Shout out, let's go, boy.
Peace.